Welcome to the Jerry Show. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch. And yes, my Master Chief helmet got done. Needs lots of post-processing, but we're getting there. How is everybody doing? Have you had a great week? What's going on, everybody? We have a few people in the back room. I'll bring them in here in just a second. And at 105% scale, yes, it does fit. But I have a little stringing damage right up in here that kind of irritates me. Kind of reminds me of my CR10 days. But yeah, it came out pretty good. So what's going on? Let's see who all we got in chat here. Let me scroll back up. Kenny Sims. Hey, Kenny, what's going on? Big Bad and Joe. Hello, hello. Kenneth 32374. Hello, hello. BLD Designs. How are you doing? Delos Logos 3D Printing. Derek. Hello. He says, oi. Saganaki 3D. Hello, hello. So anyway, how's everybody doing? Hope we're having a great week. Starship should be launching tomorrow, I hope. And Dallas plays again tomorrow. So those are two exciting things happen for me tomorrow. Non-fam, hello, how you doing? Let me bring in my two friends in the back room and the other makers that may drop in, and we'll get going. Hello, Matt.
Hey, how's everyone?
Hey, Kenny. How goes it? And we'll be giving away a roll of Ziltech sometime today.
You can hear me, right?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us? Well, we were talking to him a while ago. We could hear him just fine.
Lag.
Oh. I don't know. Yeah, I had a problem this morning. I logged on with Matt. My internet screwed up, so I logged off, called Cox. They rebooted the modem. I reset everything, done a Windows update. Then I logged back in, so I don't know what's going on. Something to do with Henderson. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know what to say, but hope everybody's having a wonderful day.
Past 2 hours I was making a point for
I gotta shut this down, Mike.
Jerry.
Oh, cool. 3D HP. Cool. I think I know that guy.
Oh, yeah. Like, sounds familiar, doesn't he? But your logo is very hard to do, and on the, I don't know, it's not very simple logo. If you just have the outline.
Hey, Danny, how you doing?
That would work.
Better?
Black and white.
Yeah, I could hear you the first time. I don't know. Hello, Sergio. How you doing today?
You're getting lag.
Let me set up my thing here. Let's see. That one. And
For the record, I'm on a 2 gig service, and I'm on an Alien i9.
yeah, I don't know why you have trouble. I'm not sure.
No, I'm just telling the audience it's not me.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's this program we're using, Talk Studio, because it's web-based. I log into them. Okay, there's the Google Doc. It should be working. That's for Ziltech. If you're USA only and you, okay, it's working. See, my friend Saganaki just filled it out. If you haven't won in the last 2 months, you're welcome to enter for Ziltech if you're in the lower 48 states. And Loyal Moses is on the road with his family. They're headed down to Texas from, I believe, Washington, coming back up through Vegas, going back up. I'm not sure when he's hitting Vegas. I'm assuming in maybe a week. I'm not really sure. But whenever he comes through Vegas and stops, I'll go meet up with him and say hey. So
Yeah.
they've been live streaming every day on Twitch while they're on the road trip. So they're getting pretty good service in their truck on the road.
I'm discovering a few things here. I had my YouTube up so I could read chats, and I forgot I had your mic up over there so I could hear you twice. I'm going to mute that.
Oh yeah, there's the 3 dots on chat. Hit pop out chat and close the screen completely. That way you just have
Yep.
chat open. That's what I do. I have been doing.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, I've been working on that helmet from the Polymaker cosplay film, and I got it done. I got to do a lot of post processing. I printed the buck for it for the visor at a PLA. Now, I got a heater on the way, but the vacuum former I made a few years ago, and I have the PETG sheets. They're 12 by 12. It may and may not work for this. I've never tried it. Whether or not, when I put cornstarch on this so it won't stick, whether that hot plastic is going to stick to this PLA, I don't know. I'll have to wait until I try it. But when I do, I'll set up a camera. So good, bad, or otherwise, it'll be a video. So, and I'll try that soon. And scaled up to 105%, so it'll fit over my big head.
And now that it's cooling down out here in Vegas a little bit, I'm going to get my garage cleaned up, start using my laser again, get my printers tuned up because I'm in the making mood again now that it's cooling down.
Yeah, a couple of days ago, I was out front, but we had a breeze, the wind was blowing, and it was cooler air. I'm like, okay, it's starting to blow in now. So it's currently 90 at my house here in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
My humidity on my desk here in this little tiny Amazon meter says 23% for humidity.
My phone says 88 for temperature in October. Some fall season we have in Vegas. So
Yeah, I'm waiting for my power bill to go down. It's been killing me the last couple months. So I've been paying a month behind. That's how bad it's been. It's due on the 14th of every month. So on the 1st of this month, I paid for last month's bill. I'm paying a month late until the bill gets low enough I can get caught up. So anyway, it is what it is. And yeah, Starship should launch tomorrow, I hope. That'll be nice. Glendon 3D, hello, hello. How are you doing, my friend?
Didn't they launch like the other day, 2 people?
Not a few weeks ago.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3D and T 3D printing is here. Hello, hello. How are you doing?
Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Yeah.
My program talks to me and it says who's dropping in if I don't see it. So,
And I could hear in the background.
oh, you can hear it too? All right.
Yeah, so far no freezing, right?
Not yet. No. Yeah. Yeah, normally before the stream, Kenny's fine. Then when he goes live, then he starts freezing. I don't know. He's paying a lot of money for all his equipment and his fiber and everything. And to have that happen, it's just probably gets off stream. He goes over, he bangs his head on the wall a couple times.
And I'm gonna probably have to bail here in a little bit because she's getting released.
Is that Dr. Doom I see back there on your A1?
Yep. I don't know if you can hear me on my mic. I'm trying to get my lavalier, but yeah, I got the Dr. Doom and the new Wexter pumpkin that had a failure on it.
Oh,
Yeah, it had a sadly it came out real nice. The only problem was the purge tower. I did use a purge and I also purged in the infill, but on the purge tower it actually knocked the whole purge tower off and
wow.
caused a massive layer shift
oh
right
no.
through here. So all I did was I broke off the actual layer shifted area and just measured it, reprinted it, and that's why
Yeah.
you can kind of see the line right through it
Yeah.
where it was. But it's mine, so yeah, we're keeping this one. And
I
then the other one,
hate when I get regular prints and I get lines like that. Just randomly, you'll get under extrusion somewhere on the model.
yeah. And then we have the Dr. Doom, the new one. This one's from Eastman that he just released. And my light's
right.
not on. Yeah, there you go. The Dr. Doom. This Dr. Doom only took, what was it, 12 hours? 12 hours, I think, for this one. And unfortunately, this one took 69 hours. To
Yeah,
do with
color
most
change
of
will
it.
take forever. Yeah.
Yeah. So But yeah, we'll do the top for that one today. And
I don't know which way you oriented it, but if you want to make that print faster, have all the colors straight up.
Mhm.
The
Yeah,
teeth
the
and eyes have
problem
them
is
straight up.
it's got the flat base on it. So
Oh, that was
anyway,
one piece. It was separate
yeah,
or one.
it's one piece. Yeah.
Oh,
One
okay,
piece.
okay. So no way to avoid it. Okay.
No. Nope.
Yeah, I got some resin from Creosol, I think it's called. They sent me some clear resin. I got 4 different colors, and I'm trying to think what can I do in the 4 different colors. So I'm looking online. I'm looking on my hard drive, and I go, oh yeah, Wexter or no, done that dragon last year, a really cool Chinese dragon. So I'm going to print that out in the 4 different colors. That way, for the video, I can show all 4 colors on the exact same model. So then I'm looking for something else to print that's really cool that I could do in like a translucent. What do I got? Green, red, yellow, and blue. I'm trying to. I don't know. I look online. I try to. I don't know. I just have trouble finding stuff when I want to do a video or content. Something that's really cool and neat.
That's why it's cool to be part of these membership programs, because they just keep releasing stuff out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, I gotta print that one. And Wexter's got amazing prints, so that's why I kind of push all of his stuff. Eastman the same way. I love the fact his models are. He doesn't care what you do with them off the plate, but you cannot share his actual files itself.
Well, yeah. No one allows sharing STLs or
Yep.
selling or anything.
Mhm.
But I forgot to check Eastman. The only Patreon that I'm a member of is Sanix. Or no, I'm there's some laser groups on Patreons on, but as far as for STL models would be Sanix. And anything else from anybody, I either hit them up that I'm going to do content, and then they hook me up with a file, or I buy them individually, one or the other.
I know my yearly subscription with STL Flix is almost over.
Yeah, I wish I would have won that. That would have been cool.
Everybody wanted to get it's hindsight 2020 now. Everybody should have got the lifetime one when it was available. I'm still paying the monthly, sadly. So
Well, when Matt looked through it, he didn't see a whole lot that he really liked, I guess. He liked this and that, but not everything.
yeah, I have the same exact thing. There's a lot of them that I love. Oh, where's a good one here? I actually
Thank
have
you,
one that I
Polar Knight, for the
love.
follow on Twitch. I really appreciate that. Everybody watching, please follow, like, subscribe. I would really appreciate it on whatever platform
Hey,
you're on.
I made a model of myself, right? All right.
See, that's an STL Flix one that I did like. I forget, it's a Russian name for this one, and it's a person on flame. There's a male version and a female version. The female version didn't come out that great. Or it's just there's the male version, but there's a
Nice.
female version also.
I made a model of myself when I was very young, and I downloaded from what they call the Flix site again, STL Flix.
STL Flix.
Here you go. There's a model of me
Yeah.
when I was very young.
And those who don't know, that's a light bulb.
It's medical.
You did the medical prints. I saw those. Oh, wait, Jerry, I got something for you. You're going to love this one. So we're testing out a filament from a company called, what is it, District 3D.
Uh-huh.
So last week, you pointed something out. So,
Oh, cool. You printed one. You're the first person I said that I've ever seen print one.
Yeah, so this one is in ABS. It's a special ABS that's 10% PETG to make it easier to print with.
Cool.
It is pretty decent to print with, but I'm noticing
I'm gonna
it's
print
not
one out too.
strong.
Okay.
There you go.
And I'm gonna put you in a terrarium with lots of other animals in there.
Yeah, when I did the TikTok on that the other day, I actually did a TikTok on it. I forgot to mention that you can get them over on printables. And every time I watch a show, I'm thinking, okay, one of these days somebody's going to print it and have it sitting there, but I've never seen one at a show yet.
Yeah. Well, yours is sitting next to Sanjay over there. So as I print busts, I just kind of print any of the creators' busts go next to Sanjay. So right now I have you and Joel right now up there.
Cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, I got a bunch of makers, different things I printed out by different people.
Yeah. I made a whole bunch too. Let's 41.
Yeah, Matt's been working on maker coins.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Alexa, turn off light.
I'm mute for, but I'm still listening. I gotta run a car.
You're breaking up, Kenny, but I can hear you, but your mic's breaking up.
And I'm gonna mute for a while and hear.
Yeah, I'm gonna set up my camera. Turn me back off big screen. Alexa,
Is that the
turn on
Koi?
light.
That's
Yeah,
the Koi.
that's- Yeah, what I showed last week. Let me set up my camera and it will work better then. Because I made a whole bunch of other coins too. And I actually made a little cover so when I display it, the sun doesn't glare all the way in.
Cool.
So, but I still have to, I think, to maybe replace the glass plate in there. With people, people are stupid sometimes. They're just like, "Ooh, make a coin," and break the glass,
I'll put plastic on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Just for the layer for the coins. That's what
Hello,
I'm gonna
Sebastian.
keep. Come on, what is now?
Yeah, it'd be cool if somebody print a bunch of them as they walk around the show. They're kind of setting them here, and they're like, "Where's Waldo?" Cool.
What'd you print this week, Jerry?
I've been working on a Mandalorian helmet. It finally got done after like 4 days of printing. That's what I was working on. Now I'm working on that resin print. I'm working on some resin models for another video. And then I have some putty stuff from the same company, and it's like a resin putty for filling cracks and stuff in models. I'll be doing some shorts and a video on it. I just got a huge mess everywhere. It's trying to straighten up. I mean, I'm talking about it, but I haven't straightened nothing up yet. I got so much stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I'm supposed to clean up this shop. One of the people from Printopia, one of the little kids, she said her favorite YouTube video that we had done was our short on what's our favorite printer. So I keep saying I got to clean up this shop and shoot a whole video, a long format one. With now, I think when we did it, we had 14 printers, and now we're at, we got rid of 2, so we're at 27 now, 27 printers.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the young kids.
Yeah, I used to have quite a few printers, and I sold off a lot of them. All the lasers I wasn't using, I got rid of. I still got a few more to get rid of, but if I don't use them, then they just collect dust, and they get older and older, and eventually, no, they're not going to be worthless. So, practically, I need to get rid of my Hypercube. It's a Hypercube Evo 445, 400 by 400 by 500. About a year ago, I put Clipper on it, and then I stopped working on it. It's sitting behind me back there in a corner. You can't really see it behind my chair, but it was a kit from Ziltech a long time ago. It's all 30-30 extrusion, very beefy. I don't use it.
Yes, Scott's a man of his word, though. Scott did have printers at Printopia. The wife stopped me from grabbing some of the belted printers that I was going to grab, but
Yeah, I think a belt printer would be fun to play with, maybe to do something long like a sword, but the print quality has never been perfect on them. That's the problem. It's like a chocolate printer. It's like, wow, this is cool, but after you use it a couple times, then they probably just sit and collect dust.
Yeah, Cookie Cad. I think my wife was talking to Ellie, one of the founders of Cocoa Press, and she almost convinced her to buy one, and I said the same thing. I said, you're going to use that 3-4 times and then be done with it. It's going to sit and collect dust, and it's going to be like one of the older printers we got sitting downstairs.
Yeah. If you have a business or a reason where you may use it, then maybe you could justify it. But even then, it all depends. What can you already buy pre-made for your cakes and such versus having a printer?
Yeah, it'd be good. I think it'd be great for like anniversaries, weddings, somebody who's doing something specialty wise
Yeah.
where that could come in handy. But yeah, on a day to day, it's cool. Great to eat your print, but
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah, I got to find something else to do. Like I say, I'm doing. Where is the FDM version of it?
There you go. Here's a few I did. I made one for the LM show too. But I don't know. I didn't ask him yet if he wanted one. So, but anyway, I thought his logo was pretty cool. So I did mention it to LM. And this one I made for a friend of mine.
It's reversed on camera.
Oh crap! Hold on.
It's got to hit mirror.
There you go.
There you go. That's better. And then Lubin, of course,
Mhm.
with the QR code, what you can scan.
Yeah, he's still on his road trip.
And also the writing. All of them have writing on it, most of them. QR code also. And this one I made also for a friend. 2 different versions.
It's like Thunderbird or
No, it's
Firebird.
actually a Phoenix. Phoenix. So, and another company I made this one for.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I have some. A little bit blurred out.
Hey, Green
because-
Floyd.
Oh, there you go.
They look good.
Thanks.
Here's a blue resin with sports still on it. So I'll be doing one of these in each of the 4 colors. I haven't removed sports yet. I've only washed it. And then if I can find something else out there really cool from somebody, then I'll do that also for the video in the 4 different colors.
Is that who's the resin creator?
Creostol or something like that, they're called. Or no, Fun Creole. Company called Fun, Crecol. Fun Creole. They had some putty for, like I say, filling resin prints instead of using. It's like a resin putty, and then they sell it in a pen form also for filling cracks and gaps. So I wanted to review, and then they said, "Well, hey, we got this resin on site." So I said, "Sure, send me one of each of your 4 big bottles, and I'll do a video on it." And then shorts and stuff like that. Yeah, I know another person that does a lot of resin printing. And she had tried their resin, I guess, a year or 2 ago and had trouble with it printing. And they have recommended settings for exposure times and all that kind of stuff. I like resin where you can shake it up, pour it, and go. I don't like have to tweak settings and try to figure it out and have fail after fail. I just want it to work. And I was taking a gamble, just dumping this in and just printing with my stock settings that I use, and it worked fine. So that's good to see. I was happy to wake up this morning and I don't see half the print missing, because when you have a fail, that's what happens. You got a bunch of supports and where's the model? Stuck to your FET. JRT3D, hello. How you doing today? We're live on YouTube and Twitch today, as always. I am able to go live on TikTok now, but I'd have to have a whole separate stream running, and it wouldn't enter it wouldn't work with what we're currently doing. It wouldn't blend in chat. So if I ever live stream to Twitch, TikTok will have to be a separate thing. And I need to get some wall mounts to start hanging all my helmets up. Take the other helmets I got on the shelf, plus the ones behind me, and possibly go right up over here where you can't see them and put mounts on the wall and hang them all up. Have some brackets.
Yeah, they came out actually pretty nice.
Do I have a raid coming in? The top of my chat is showing Lemuri 3D. It's all white, but I can't read it. Where'd it go? It just disappeared. I think I just got raided by Lemuri, did I? Yes, I just got a raid come in. Welcome, Raiders. It popped in my chat as a white bar, but I couldn't read it, and then it went away. Let's see where I can find it in my chat. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate Lemuri 3D. I hope you guys had a great stream. If you don't know, and you probably do, I'm Jerry with 3D HP. I live in Las Vegas, and I got makers and content creators on every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific. I stream on Twitch and YouTube every week. I'm pretty much on all socials, and I do this, that, and everything. I work with lasers, resin printers, CNCs, 3D printers, do a little painting here and there. But thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. I've done a bunch of Googling on YouTube trying to find out about the raids on YouTube, if it would give you some kind of notification. And I have the chat popped out on YouTube on my third screen. I seen a white bar at the top, but I couldn't read the text very well. And I guess that was my raid notification. Because in chat, I'm not seeing it show up in chat. But thank you, thank you. Please consider subscribing. It's free to do so. And yes, there is a 5-minute timer. If you rated in on YouTube and you can't type, I have it set to a 5-minute delay. That's to stop all the porn bots and stuff that used to spam everybody. If you set it to subscriber mode only for 5 minutes, then after 5 minutes, then I'll see everybody typing. But hello. Because ever since I turned it on in the back room on YouTube, all that spam crap went away. But I hope everybody's doing good.
Yeah.
Kind of a slow day.
Is Simon here already? Simon Snow?
I haven't seen him in chat.
I want to say thank you to him. No, I don't see him. Hey. Yeah, I've just been doing a whole bunch of maker coins for the people who just joined. I made some lithophanes, maker coins. Oh, and my camera's off. Damn. Well, I have to reactivate my camera. And here you go.
Lemuri 3D, hello. Yes, raid came in. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't know if you heard what I just said, but I was watching YouTube, and I had a white bar at the top of the chat that said something about a raid, but I could barely read the text. And then somebody else had made a comment about a raid coming in. Appreciate the raid. Thank you very much. Hope you guys had a great stream. I seen you're on this morning. I had internet problems, so I had to reboot and update Windows and do this, that, and all kinds of stuff. Had a lot of issues before I went live. Yeah, it's come out really good, Matt.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, the Raiders just popping in. I got my Halo helmet done, Master Chief. Now I got a lot of sanding to do on it. I have a lot of stringing right in this area right here, which I hate. It really irks me if that happened. I don't think you can see it, but let me. There you go. You can see it there. Right here. This just really irks me if that happened. Bunch of stringing in that area. But it's Cause PLA, their A version. And it's 6 top layers, 4 bottom, 4 perimeter, 10% infill, 105% scale. It does fit my big head. I tried to do a template of the lower, probably 2 inches at 100% scale, and it wouldn't fit over my ears. So I went 105. I maxed out the build plate with organic supports on the Seville SVU8. It came out pretty good. So, and then I got a Buckin PLA, which is a form for the shield. And I've got a heater on the way. And I got a vacuum former I made a few years ago. This does need a little bit of sanding on it before I try it, but I have everything I need other than a heater, and I'm going to try to make my own visor for it. So, because I don't want to buy one pre-made from Galactic Army. They want like $80 because they'll make them and they'll dye them and do all the work. Hello, Pete. How you doing today?
Hey, Pete.
And we'll be giving away a roll of Ziltech filament after a bit. If you live in the lower 48 here in the U.S. and you haven't won in the last couple of months, you're welcome to enter. We'll have that drawing in, I don't know, later, 45 minutes to an hour. And then after that, we'll be giving away a roll of Polymaker filament. I'm in a partner with Polymaker, and they allow me to give away a roll every week, each and every week. And that was very nice of them. The same as Ziltech. Ziltech allows me to give away 3 rolls a month, 3 out of 4 weeks. Why not 4? I have no idea, but it's always been 3. And then my rep with Ziltech, Leslie Fleming, that's been with the company for like 8 or 9 years since they started, got laid off like 2 weeks ago for an unknown reason. So she was the highest paid with the company, been with them since the beginning. And for whatever reason, they decided to let her go. So that's a shame. So I got referred to one of her friends that works for the company. Now I email her when I have a winner, and then she sends out the filament. So hopefully she'll find a better job somewhere down in Houston, Texas. Wish her the best. Never met her, but you talk to somebody every week or you message them back and forth over time, year after year, then all of a sudden they're gone. It really sucks. It's almost like they died, but you know what I mean. If any of my maker friends out there would like to join in, if I know who you are or someone here on camera knows who you are, you can come in and you're welcome to plug yourself, talk about what you're making. It's not a problem on camera. If you have any questions in chat, please ask. We currently have 30 people watching on Twitch and YouTube. Let me reshare out the link.
Yeah, I've been doing not much really except Maker Coins designing. I showed them off already, so I probably made like 8 of them, 8 different ones.
Yeah, there's a Google Doc to fill out. I'm currently using that. Then I spin the wheel of names. Any information collected is not sold or anything like that. I deleted after the stream. That's just so we can draw a winner between the platforms, and then I can email you with your code from Polymaker. Anything you guys want to talk about?
I don't know. We can talk about.
This is why I don't stream solo. I'll line up a bunch of stuff. I'll talk about it in the first 10 minutes, and then it chats.
I
on
know.
Me.
I have the
I
same
just sit there
problem.
and twiddle my thumbs. Play pocket pool,
No. Rather play a game, I used to play when I used to go online streaming. I used to play a game on the side, so in case it gets stopped, I just have a game going, and talk about the game or any random stuff really.
Man, there's a question
food?
for you. Yeah, the SVU8 finally got better and it's working fine. Depending on what film I load up with, load in it.
I used Luban for it. I used the templates in Luban, and basically all what it is a round circle. And yeah, where I print the lithophane separated from the coin and then basically press it in. Might have a coin somewhere laying around.
Wow.
I can show you
Joe
how
says
it
if he
looks.
wins, spin again. All right, Joe.
Here you go. Here are some coins that are not yet assembled. And I'll show you how they work. I got two. You have first the ring, what you print, right? And then you have your lithophane, that's the lithophane QR code, and that's the little B. So just, press basically in here. Oh, that's the right side.
Yeah, out of all the printers I've ever owned, my Bamboo Labs printers would be my printers of choice. If you're just getting into printing, I'd say buy an A1 or an A1 Mini. The price is right, and they just work. No printer is perfect, but they're almost perfect. That's my opinion. If you want something bigger than a Bamboo, well, there's a lot of things out there you can go with. But I don't really care for bed slingers anymore. But when it comes to quality, and you can ask 3D and T Dave, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I get Dave's opinion since he has an A1 sitting right there, but I'd say the Bamboo Labs currently are the kings of everything. They're almost perfect.
So if I had to put my input in on it, I would definitely, if somebody's just getting in, definitely get the A1 or the A1 Mini for if you're trying to cut cost or keep it low priced. Next, I would go with the P1S. The P1P is good, but with both of these were P1Ps at one point. But once you convert them over to P1Ss, then you kind of don't lose that high temp printing that you can't do with the A1s, which you really wouldn't be doing right off the bat. But you want to start printing ABS parts for Vorons and your makes, you're going to need an enclosed printer or something that can print ABS.
Take care, Kenny.
Yeah. If you want, I can show you. We can have a meeting or something, and I can show you over video or whatever. Send you a few pictures of how to make it. And I use 3D Builder and Blueband to do that.
Matt, have either one of you guys had this error message?
Hold on a second.
Yes. Yeah. So if you actually check your print on your P1Ps or P1Ss, there's a section in there. I believe it's accessories or. Oh, hold on. I'll tell you real quick. It is. Come on. Trying to remember the exact one. Under accessories. So under accessories, if you're running, say, a 0.4 millimeter nozzle or a 0.6 millimeter nozzle, something like that, you may get an error code saying that the print doesn't match. If you're printing in an abrasive filament, it'll tell you your nozzle is too small. You'll get those kind of errors. But the G-code one is normally, you've probably sent it to either the X1C. If you've downloaded a 3MF file, sometimes it'll change over your printer in Bamboo Slicer, Orca Slicer, Prusa Slicer to that physical printer. And a lot of these are X1C profiles. So got to make sure it doesn't say X1C for the printer type. You're going to have to switch it over to P1S or P1P.
Yeah.
Or your nozzle is not set correctly on the machine. So when it sends it, it's saying that's not the right nozzle.
Okay. Yeah, a while back, Sobel, they had a little plastic part you could print out that I printed out in ABS or something. I don't remember what it was. You put it in the hot end. The gear on the extruder on the hot end, supposedly it slides back and forth. It gets misaligned or something. Mine didn't appear to be misaligned, but when I printed out that little tiny spacer and I put it in there, I basically didn't have any more problems. Sometimes I load up filament and I start a print, and I'm getting a terrible first layer, and I got to re-level everything. So it's kind of like the machine will only like certain types of filament. And I'm using their stock profiles in Orca Slicer for Sobel, for PLA, PETG, or whatever I'm using. I haven't tried PETG on it yet, just PLA. But basically, it's printing pretty good. So When I was printing this helmet out, when it was doing the top part of the helmet, it print pretty fast, and then it'd barely go, like something was wrong with the printer, and then it would kind of let loose and kind of jerk and print a little bit, and then go kind of slow, and it's really weird how it was acting. But it printed the helmet fine. I had a few minor issues, but basically it came out really good. But there's still post-processing it needs to be done, and that stringing on the bill, like I say, that really irritates me, but I can fix it. So whether it be putty, resin, or whatever, there's a lot of ways I can fix it.
Oh no, we lost Kenny.
Yeah, he had to go somewhere. He had to get
Yeah,
going.
Yeah, another good printer other than the Bamboos that prints out of the box that people are sleeping on is the FlashForge 5M for the price. So that's another Core XY printer, and that's going, I believe Amazon has them for like $279 right now. It's only got a 220 by 220 by, I think it's 240 tall. So it's not as big as like a K1. I'm definitely not a 256 like the Bamboos, but it's a good way to get in. Started with a Core XY machine. Prints have been great, stable. It is open source now. So we're running full Clipper screen on that. And I've kind of messed up some printer config files on it. Currently messing with it, but it's a great printer right out the box.
Did a
I suffered today
K1
with hiccups.
Did the K1s ever get better? Because I know initially they're having all kinds of problems. Does anybody out there in chat have any K1s they bought recently and they're printing fine out of the box, or are they still having trouble?
Yes, they're printing fine out of the box. We have behind me the first revision. There's technically 3 revisions of the K1. So the first one was the release one that had the extruder issue on it. The second one, they redid the extruder on it. You can tell the difference because it has a white clip on the top instead of a blue clip, and it's got pressure on it. But all the new K1s, they fixed everything on the third one. I forget what it was that they tweaked on it. But right after the third revision, they then released the K1C. So it was just kind of a clean slate of, hey, we now have this K1C. Forget about everything that happened with the K1. But Creality does have a whole bunch of add-on parts now that you can add to the old K1s to make them just like K1Cs. There's a new upgraded hot end that's for the KE and the SE. And then that same kind of setup is now for the old K1s that gives them the unicorn hot end. So the Creality the whole Creality system now can run off of the unicorn nozzles with those upgrades.
K1 or Bamboo, or does it depend?
Bamboo if you want to just print, K1 if you want to actually tweak. So that's the thing. With the K1, you can root access in, play with the config files, and kind of tweak it to the way you want it. Bamboo just prints, so you can't really tweak much on it.
Most people get into printing because they want to make things or they want to print stuff. They don't get into printing because they want to work on everything. They want it to pretty like a car. They want it to go down the road and accelerate and work fine. So
yeah, in my findings, I'm finding it's normally 3 categories of people. It's either the people who want to make stuff, just print it, get it done. Yeah, the other ones who want to get into the hobby, learn about it, build on printers, build a Voron, a VZBot, whatever.
yeah,
And then you have the ones that kind of mingle between the two. I'm one that likes to mingle between the two. So I like building them, but I like to just print a print also. So some people use them as tools. Some people use them to learn about the tool.
So have you finished your wife's printer?
Why you gotta say it? Why you gotta bring it out? No, because if she's in chat, she's gonna come looking for me when she's off work.
yeah. I have a Cheaty. I've got their iFast, the big one.
Well, that's gonna stick with you, dude.
I've got the X Plus, which is small like Bamboo. I have my K1, my X1 carbon.
We don't have the +4 yet. That is on the list. I gotta finish the Voron. We all know the wife's gonna murder me till the Voron. I have everything is on hold till the Voron's done. The problem with the Voron is I keep upgrading stuff, and then I just upgraded the Pi.
Yeah, I've got the X Plus 3, the pre-release before they recalled them. It doesn't have the metal rods. It's got the carbon fiber and I believe the plastic bed. I've had no issues with the printer. It doesn't print nearly as nice as my X1 carbon, but it works. It helped me print my big alien. I talked to Cheaty about reviewing their newest printer they just came out with. And they said, "Oh, your channel's too small. You don't have enough content." So whatever. Not enough content, but not enough people watching my channel. So whatever.
we've gone with the they better reach out to us or we're gonna buy it and tell you about it rule. That's kind
I'm
of how
lo-
we roll. But
I'm gonna say something creepy right now, but I want to make a Halloween lithophane, right? So I want to get some. We're gonna find some pictures of tombstones.
pictures of tombstones, technically,
Yes,
you
yeah.
could go.
Like
There's like
literally, like straight on, like perfectly.
there
You can
are
see the writing and all that.
so I did Ancestry a long time ago to find out my history. There are actual websites for cemeteries and they have the pictures of the actual tombstones. They're going to have people's names on them. That's the only problem. So it'll be a perfect view of it, but it's somebody's name. That's the only problem.
Maybe I'll find some of my ancestors.
There you go.
Yeah, go to your local graveyard, like Green Boys say, and just take some pictures.
I don't think the people from the 15 and 1600s can sue you now.
No, 100 years. Got to get 100 years to be straight.
Yeah.
Be good.
No.
Well, in Vegas, you can't find anything that old because Vegas isn't that old. But over in the UK, they go back thousands of years, so it's hard to tell.
See, we had civilization before you had it in America.
Yeah.
It's almost Columbus
Well,
Day.
the Inca civilization and the Aztecs, they were pretty far developed. They had good mathematics and all that calendar. I didn't like the human sacrifice. Not keen on that, but...
You don't like playing kick the head around and see who can get it in the basket to see who takes over the tribe?
First
Really?
basketball game.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. No, that's terrible. They used to do it. I think they had a game like this where the enemy team would lose. They would get sacrificed, but it was an honor. So,
That's when a win really counts.
Yeah. They used to dress up in...
Clayton?
I think blue they used to color themselves before they got sacrificed.
Yep.
Yeah, I've been in Hawaii one time. When I got married, my anniversary, my wife, friend of the family, back when we got married, they let us stay in their condo at one of the resorts over there for a week. And we landed in, I guess, Honolulu, and then we took a small plane island hopper, I guess they call it, over to Maui.
Yeah, my brother's stationed in Hawaii. They keep trying to get me to come down there, but that's expensive. That's really expensive. Not trying to pay $9 for a gallon of milk.
Yeah, I rented a car and we drove around a little bit while we were there. And then when I get back to Vegas, about a month later, I get one of my credit cards or debit card or something. Somebody in some country I've never heard of rang up a really huge bill on a motel bill. So I had to get that reversed. So it probably happened from that rent-a-car company.
Hello.
Somebody got my info.
Here you go. Little Aztec Guardians of the Underworld.
Ankle biter.
Yeah.
That is, people don't even realize that the Chihuahua is the most dangerous dog on the planet, and people don't recognize that. They are the most bites of any dog on the planet, not the pit bull, the Chihuahua.
Going after your ankles.
Yep.
They can take down an elephant, the elephant hunting dogs.
They have no fear. There's no fear in those animals.
Yeah, I know. Come on, the do think Chihuahuas are from foxes, not from wolves. So
yeah, they're trip hazards.
Yeah, true. The puppies are trip hazard, and don't step on them. That was the only first time you step on them. Oh.
Yeah, my son's got two little tiny dogs. I don't know what they are, but they're really, really like a miniature Doberman and something else. They're really little. And one of my dogs doesn't like cats. Why, I don't know. But
don't tell.
I hate to think what would happen if my son's dogs were ever around my dog. He'd probably think it was a cat and go after him. Yeah, I like cats. I haven't had any in a long time, but I like cats. I got a lot of strays that run around my neighborhood and get in my yard and lay on my vehicles, and they use my flower beds. They use for a litter box, and really irritating. And I don't let my dogs out front because my dogs like to eat poop, and that's nasty.
You notice I have a visitor. I don't know how she got
Oh,
up there.
oh, there she is. Yeah, she's up there to knock off all your prints on the floor.
What are you doing up there?
Come on, push off. Come on.
No,
Put
she's
something
on.
off.
Get down. Come on, get down.
Yeah,
Time out.
cats don't listen.
Oh,
She's
the other one
definitely
does.
good. You
Does it.
fattening up for Christmas?
Pretty much. This is the big girl. That's the big one. And then I have a little
She's pretty
skinny
big.
mini one running around here somewhere.
I have a skinny one somewhere too.
Come on, get down. I'm gonna grab you. Come on. Come on. You're coming down. Oh. Say hi, little mean face.
Hi, kitty cat.
No.
This is
Hi.
Mizzy.
Wow. Oh, she probably can't hear me.
No, don't kiss me. Don't kiss me on camera. No one wants to see that.
Oh,
What, Mama?
there's another one.
There's one. There's so cute. Yeah, that's the oldest one, and she's in charge of everything. We call her the general because she basically is in charge of the smaller one. And the smaller one, if I call his name, if she's down here, she won't let him come up here. She'll stare at him, and he'll just stand there and go, "Can I come to you?"
No, I call her my, my Matrix cat. You know, like in the Matrix, they have a black cat. Because outside we have a black cat. How often I think our cat got out because the other cat outside looks exactly the same. So,
That happened-
like
it happened
sometimes
the other
think
day.
she ran out of the front door.
Yeah, that happened the exact same other day. My wife was going, "Is that Herschel?" I said, "No, that's the neighborhood cat. That's not our cat. That one has
That's the resin I'm reviewing right now. Fun Creole.
Creole." Okay.
All right.
I see them on Amazon here. They have a black skin and white. I don't see the blue on Amazon, so it must be on their website.
I found these on Amazon. That's where I think where they ship from. It comes with a sample of their putty for prints, for whether it be for drain holes or whatever. It's like a wax resin type putty, a little spatula. UV cure it. It'd be like taking resin and baking soda and making a slurry or a putty with it, but it's in a little tin. And I do have another one of these I'll be reviewing. It's a lot larger. And the bottle's, of course, sealed in plastic. And they got a paperwork in their chart and all their different types of resin, what recommended settings are for your resin printer. But like I say, I've tried a lot of resin from a lot of companies, and I hate when I get stuff and I got to go in and try to tweak all my settings, and I get fail after fail after fail, and contact the company, and then I change this and I change that, and it still don't work. I like to shake it up, pour it, and print, just like with my 3D printer. I don't like screwing with things too much.
Yeah, I'm looking at their page here. It looks like, every single one of the printers that they have this listed, all the recommended settings are identical. So, this definitely be a shake up and put it in and go.
Yeah. And so far, like I say, the first print came out perfect. So I cleaned out the vat and I put in the second color. And I'm going to make Photos Mint, his Chinese dragon, do one of each. And then I may go back and make some more prints, or I'll just do the video with those 4 prints. But I'll have plenty of resin left over in each one.
You mean this one?
Yes.
Yeah, that one. That's just regular clear PETG. Well, pinkish red.
Yeah, I did that in filament a long time ago. And I was going to put it on TikTok, and I noticed some of the areas on it didn't look that great. So I figured, I'll just reprint it in resin.
Yeah, the tongue kind of came off on this one. And we had the same issue. Some overhangs underneath that weren't too pretty, and some missing teeth. But overall, it's a decent print. This is our earlier print.
Yeah, I need to get rid of a whole bunch of my prints. I'm accumulating too much. So
If you want a good scary one, Fotis does have one.
I think that's different. The one that you had is different than this.
Yeah, that's a different one. I think that's the ice one.
Yeah, it's in the front of it. It's got something that hangs up in the front of it, where its tail wraps around in front of the body.
Yeah,
On
that's
this
the other one. I think
Sits
he has
up
like
in the
3
front.
different kinds. But the good one, you want something scary. That's what you really want. It's the creepy Easter bunny.
Oh, nice.
I'm still thinking I should do him in resin. Maybe.
Sparks on tap. Hello, hello. How you doing today?
hello.
Got a
just-
whole bunch of
I just-
people.
I just sound out your name so I could say it right, if I said it correctly. Timothy Smith. Hello, hello. How you doing today?
Hello.
Yeah, we currently got 33 people watching. We'll be for those you just dropping in. We'll be giving away a roll of
Oh, sure,
Ziltech
we can't
helmet
hear
here in
you.
a little bit. They'll be the lower 48
Oh,
only here in the
maybe.
U.S. Must be present to win.
Nope, my headset went off.
And then later we'll give away a roll of Ziltech filament. I stream every Saturday. We have content creators and makers on, sometimes up to 10 people. Today is slow. Why it hasn't picked up yet, I don't know. I've been streaming for a little over an hour. But you never know who might pop in. Michael Tech, I invite him. Hello, Stephen Poole. I invite Michael like every 6 months. I'll send him an email and ask if he has a minute to pop in. He's usually really busy doing his content down in Australia. Just kind of another slow day. I've got a spare room in the house that I got tons of junk in, and I need to. Yeah, that looks really nice. Whoops! Let's see if I can move that around there. There you go.
By Wexter, available on printables. So
Very
pretty.
cool.
And the hell, there. Right now we're doing the top on it, and that's got only 10 hours to go.
How much did you size it up? 200%.
200%. Yeah, so we did a 200%. I'm going to show you the 300. Yeah.
Where all the people are today.
I'm not sure.
Normally, by now we have the group full, and Sam is not here. I know where Sam is, but
Uh-oh.
Yay!
That's
300%.
oh god, that's terrible.
Yeah. On a 34-hour print, 12 hours in, it decided to take a shift while I was at work, and I came back to this. It literally was sitting like this, and the wife had called me and said, I think your print slid to the left. I said, no, they would never do that. I came in and I had to admit my wrong. That's why I said, don't bring up the 2.4.
It had a layer shift, and then it kept printing, but yeah, that sucked.
Yep. Lot of filament. That was about 300 grams gone.
Yeah, my SV08, I did have Scotch tape holding the magnetic cover on. I finally just put a rubber band on. I went to the store, bought rubber band, put a rubber band on it. If it bumps a print, it'll rip it off. And then it broke the plug, and the front fan wasn't working for the last 10 prints or so. So I finally ordered more plugs on Amazon. They're real tiny connectors. My little kit don't even have them. They're so little. I just ordered a bunch of them, and I just pre-wired it. Or I cut the wire, and I spliced it in, and I just wrapped it and used heat shrink tape on them. I didn't even solder them because it'll hold. Wrap them real good, bend them over on themselves, and put heat shrink over, take a Bic lighter, and hook it back up.
I made a mushroom.
I just heard keys upstairs. Oh, no. Oh, no.
What does that mean?
made a
Wife's home?
Ask her about the printer.
She's coming down. I hear her coming.
Don't, Matt.
No. I'm
Scary.
live right now. Sorry, babe.
Oh
no.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
No one's talking about anything. We're not talking anything. No
Well-
one's talking about printers. No one's talking about the Voron. Help me. Yeah, she's also because we had originally I was going with a BTT Pi for it, and then I guess got kind of antsy and I went overboard, and I ended up at Micro Center and ended up with the Pi 5, 8 gig. So that's overkill for a Voron. So yeah, it's working well.
Yeah, I got a bunch of Pi 3Bs I've been trying to sell for a long time. During the pandemic, Lightspeed was going to buy all 3 of them for like, I don't remember what he offered me, like $200, and I didn't want to sell them at the time. Then a couple of weeks later, I changed my mind, and he no longer needed them. But I got, I think, 3 or 4 of them on Marketplace. They've been sitting on there for like a year. I used to have a Pi 3B on every one of my printers. I'd run Octoprint on every printer behind me. And
I
then
made a mushroom for my son. This is to hold his.
I think he wanted some real shrooms, not plastic ones.
Oh, this is better. This is insulin.
Okay.
Oh, that's way better. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Hey, Rabbi.
It's for a sugar problem, and he needs to. Sometimes he has a little bit left in his pump, so he have to sometimes carry one with him, and so it doesn't get damaged. Because they're only in little plastic wrappers and that break very easily, and this is very strong. So, and it can't shake either. You can't even hear it knocking. So it's perfect fit too.
Here's a Google Doc if you guys haven't already filled it out for the Ziltech filament. It must be present to win, USA only, lower 48. Here's a link to the Google Doc. That's for the Ziltech filament. If you have one in the last 2 months,
Type
please
1.
don't enter. And let's see, the drop-in link is right here. Let me share that out. If any of my maker friends want to drop in, if I know who you are, you're welcome to come in on camera. If we don't know you, then you can't, for obvious reasons.
Big Bad Joe, he have type 1. My wife have type 2.
Yeah, I'm like borderline diabetic because I'm so fat. I'm overweight. I need to lose 100 pounds to be back to my working weight, what I was before I retired. Well, I seen Christina Aguilera. I seen her on a video showing off her room and her behind the scenes at here in Vegas for a show. And I know here a year or two ago, I seen her on The Voice or one of those shows where she had got very large, and whatever she's done, she's back to looking like she's 18 again. She's really tiny and petite. So I'm not sure what her weight loss drug was, what she took for weight loss, but she looks like she did years ago. So. Yeah, I take metformin twice a day, pill.
Yeah, I don't know the name of my son's diabetes medicine.
Well, if it's Ozempic, if it's okay to take and my insurance would cover it, I think that's what I need. But my biggest problem is I watch TV. I like to snack all the time. Wow. Cool, Joe.
Cool.
When I worked construction, I was going 100 miles an hour all the time, and it didn't matter what I eat because I'd burn it off at work. Well, when I retired, I kept eating the same way, and I'm with almost zero activity. So,
yeah, I need to lose some weight too. I have too high of cholesterol. I like my meats.
yeah, I eat a lot of bread.
Carbs.
I love my steak. Steak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I like
union labor for many years in construction.
Actually, I'm hungry right now. Oh yeah, I still have some curry left from this evening. What the?
Yeah, steaks I eat medium rare, so they're tender. But if it's a hamburger I'm cooking, it's got to be done all the way through. I don't like eating a hamburger medium rare. If it's just brown on the outside and raw in the middle, I don't see how people can eat that on a hamburger. It needs to be done all the way through.
Come on, Jerry, you gotta have like a medium hamburger. A little bit of pink on the inside is okay. I get it. I don't want it red on the inside, but a little pink on there is fine.
If I slightly undercook it, I'll eat it. And I cook a lot. I buy frozen a lot. I buy the frozen ones from like Walmart, and I throw them in a skillet, set the timer in a microwave for 10 minutes, and that's how I cook it, 5 minutes per side, and then it's always done from frozen. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos Chef Ramsay will do, and the burger looks like it was just patted and thrown on the grill. It's brown on the outside. It still looks raw in the middle. On a steak, yes, because you want it tender. And then, it's like I grew up on pork chops. Mom made pork chops back in the day. Sometimes they taste like cardboard because they're overcooked. But, I do all the cooking in the house. My wife doesn't cook.
Yeah, I can't have an overcooked steak. That's just not gonna happen. No, it's gotta be a medium to medium rare for a steak, and then this one over here like serves medium well.
I want to buy a sous vide. I've never used one, but I've heard about it, watched a lot of videos, cooks everything perfect, and then you just throw it in a hot skillet, put some color on it, and you're good to go. But I've never had one, but I want to get one. And they're reasonably priced.
You're missing out. You're missing out royally. That's pretty much the only way I do my steaks now. Well, the sous vide. Jerry said he doesn't have a sous vide, so you got to try the sous vide. All you do is, you got to have a Ziploc. What the heck is it? No, he does. I'm trying to explain it to him, babe.
A freezer bag will work. Just take the air out of it and clip it.
So that you can do it that way. I actually invested in one of the Food Saver vacuum sealers.
Yeah.
It helps to keep. You're never going to get it all the way vacuum sealed with the dip it in the water, and you're never going to get it all the way perfect unless it's Ziplocked. Ziplock's always the best way to go. You can use the freezer bag and put it in the water and do the water or the air displacement. I did that for a while before I got the Ziploc bags, and it works better with the Ziploc. And you just dunk it in there. If you want a medium steak, you go right around 135. Let it go for about 2 to 2.5 hours, and then you just take it out, pat it off, get all the moisture off of it that's kind of sitting on the top, and just throw it on a hot skillet for 30-40 seconds on a high heat with like a grapeseed oil, and it puts a nice sear on the outside and backside.
Jose said, "What's a sous vide?" It's like an immersion blender that heats the water. It circulates it, maintains temperature. It looks like a big dildo that you stick in water, basically, and it'll heat up the water to whatever temperature you want, say 130, 140. It'll maintain it. You put your item in there for an hour or 2 hours, and whatever you put in it, fish or meat, can't get hotter than what the
hear
water
anything
is.
you're saying down there.
Huh? And then it can't get any hotter than what the water temperature is. Let's say you want a steak that's 145 degrees. It'll heat up to that temperature for however many hours you're allowed to leave it in there. It'll never go over that because that's the water temperature. And then you take it out. It'll look kind of disgusting. You throw it in a really hot skillet. You sear off both sides, and then you're good to go. And there you go. That's what a sous vide looks like with a proper tub for it.
Yeah, this is the correct tub for it. There's actually a bracket that goes in the bottom as well to hold it from floating up as a weight. This one's been used thoroughly. That's why it's taped back together. But yeah, all you would do is you would plug it in and set your temperature up top here and however long you want to cook it for. So normally anything between, the good thing about this is you can't overcook your steaks. So if you want to throw something in, say right before work.
Or your fish or chicken, yeah.
Exactly. And all you do is you throw it in. Don't do it. She's going to jump. She's going to jump. Let her go, babe. She's going to jump. Go ahead. Let everybody see her jump. There she goes. Oh, man, I knew it was happening. But, yeah, you can throw it in. Say you want a steak for when you get home. You throw it in the sous vide. Let it go for 8 hours. Come back. Take it out. It's the same thing. And the longer you sous vide it for, the more tender it gets. but just don't over sous vide it.
Yeah, there's recommendations that come with them on how. There's books you can get also that have recommendations. You can have an app that alerts your phone. You can control it with your phone. Some do, some don't. The experts right here. I'm just going based on the videos I've seen years ago when restaurants only had them. They were really expensive. Throughout the years, it came way down in price, anywhere from $30 to $200. And you can use
Innova. Yeah, Innova is like the bamboo of sous vide cooking. So the Innova brand. I've had about four of them now.
And we like one better than another, or you get another Christmas present, or
each one kind of has its benefits. So some of them will have lower wattage on it. Obviously, it'll take a little bit longer and won't be able to cook at a higher temp. Mine's only 125 watt, I believe it is currently. I used to have a 75, and then I upped it to the 125. I never really used the whole power thing. It was just kind of like the Pi 5. You don't need it, but if I ever need it, I have the power to, get almost to boiling with that.
The only thing bad about it, if you want to eat in a half hour, you can't because it takes time to heat up the water. It's something you want to do in 3 or 4 hours from now.
Yeah, think of like a potluck, only you're making a steak more tender, your chicken tender. It really breaks down the fiber materials while it's sitting there at a warmer temp. My mother loves to say you're boiling your food, but you're never getting to anywhere close to boiling the temps. You're just bringing the food up to the temperature you want it at normally, and then you actually sear the outsides to give you that crust. But you do have to take off it sweats inside the bag because there's nowhere for the moisture to go. So you do have to kind of take off the moisture that builds up on the outside of it. That's why people see it come out of the bag and they go, ew, because it looks like a grayed out steak. But the minute you throw it on and sear it, that gives you that crust. It's called a Maillard reaction. And it makes that nice, wonderful taste. Like, now I need to cook steak.
If you don't want to use a sous vide, if you can find a way to maintain your exact water temperature on a stove, which you can't, you can do it that way. But there's no way you can maintain the exact temperature. It's going to fluctuate on you and go up or down. This way, it gets the exact right temperature, circulates it, and it's perfect every time. There's no way to screw it up. If you set it for the right temp, like on chicken. Chicken's always dry. Everybody cooks chicken, cooks it dry. I even do because I don't want it raw. But when I'm cut up chicken, I'm cooking in a skillet. When I know it's done, I'll take a fork on a strip of chicken. If I can cut straight through it, then I know I cooked it long enough. If I go to cut it and it's still like rubber, well, it's still partially raw. But it's very easy to overcook chicken every time. So if you want it perfect, a sous vide is one way to make it perfect.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of professional restaurants did it. Like you said, back in the day, it was really expensive. You're talking almost $400, $500 for a unit, but they have come way down in price. But they do. They go from the standard cheap units that don't have Bluetooth, don't have any kind of app services, to ones where you can monitor from. It's got a camera in it, but that's when you get up to the $300-$400 again. But who needs a camera to watch water?
Yeah.
There you go, like Sparks on Tap. So there, you could smoke it and do a reverse sear also. But you can do that with a sous vide as well.
And if you have a vacuum sealer, you can seal in the plate where you can add all your spices and stuff right in the vacuum, seal it, and they'll embed it into the meat. Where more than likely, I'm not going to go that route. I'm just going to use a freezer bag, submerge it, and go that route.
And one of the best parts about it is, say you buy bulk steak. You buy bulk steaks, slice it up into the cuts you want, throw your seasoning on it, and freeze it. Whenever you're ready, you just take your freezer bag, then just toss it in the sous vide. It takes an extra 30 minutes roughly to bring it back up. But that's it. You're just adding another 30 minutes onto a long cook, and you don't really notice it.
Do you ever use frozen steaks or you thaw them first?
So my wife will use frozen steaks. It's a me thing. Kind of like somebody who wants freshly made coffee. They don't want the coffee that's been sitting out for a while. I don't like my steaks frozen. It's just me. It's a me thing.
Yeah.
No real difference. To me, it tastes different, but some people will say no.
Well, you can't season salt and pepper a frozen steak, so you need it to be thawed out so you can properly season it, and you put it in the bag. But how long do you know to cook it? Do you go by the manual? It says, okay, this type, you cook it for about 2 hours or about an hour.
So the best rule of thumb is minimum hour and a half. If minimum hour and a half, the longer you go with it, the more tender it gets. But then the longer you go with it, it gets too tender. When you get to like 24 hours, 48 hours, you forget about it. The thing becomes mushy.
Yeah.
So you want to keep it under. My rule of thumb is you can take it up to 10 hours. Anything after 10 hours, you're jeopardizing the steak, the fish, the chicken, whatever you're cooking. But a minimum to get to a good temp is about an hour and a half. Normally, when I do steaks, I'll do them for 2.5 to 3 hours just because I like them a little tender. I'll get a cheaper cut of steak and then put them in the sous vide and make it. It doesn't make it filet mignon soft for like a sirloin.
3D printing cooking show.
There you go.
Yeah, we always talk about food every week. We always get there at some point. I usually bring something up or somebody does. Because I do a lot of cooking. I got like 150 cookbooks. I used to have more. When my mom passed away, I inherited all her cookbooks and all the recipes that are handwritten and you can't read, and her cursive that she wrote back in the day. And yeah.
He's a liar. He have a whole library full of it. He have 2 rooms dedicated to recipe books.
Yeah, I'm not a chef. I'm just a cook. I have to follow a recipe, but I've always been good at that. Could I be on a cooking show? No, I couldn't because I have to follow a specific recipe. But, most cooking shows, I'm sure they're on recipes because you can't remember all the stuff they remember. And then if you watch a baking show, baking is an exact science. All these people on the show that are told to go make something they've never made before, they have to be looking at a paper off camera because you got to know it has to be an exact science. You got to weigh everything out just right. So anyway, 3D printing time.
Yeah.
There's an A1 printing something. There's some 3D printing.
Mine are silent right now.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah.
I panic if I come down here to the shop and something's not printing. I don't know why. It's just there's too many printers here for one of them not to be printing, not to have something testing out. So if it's not printing, that means something failed. Something's gone horribly wrong.
No. With me, it's I printed before the show started. I printed the Jerry's coin. Where it is now? I don't know where I put the Jerry coin. Oh, here.
I got in the hobby back in 2017 when I had multiple printers. Of course, you buy one, then another, and then you got to have this one, or that was a great deal. So then you have more and more and more. And I was constantly printing all the time on everything. Now I print once in a while. I print for content. I print to make a video or to make shorts, or I grab something off the shelf and film it. But I'm always, or I want to review something from a company, or I got caught up and I have nothing to review, and then somebody contacts me and I say, sure. It's always something. But it's mostly dust collectors that I print.
Yeah. Me too. I'm getting rid of a whole bunch.
Yeah, I just put the Ender 3 S1 back into play that's been sitting here collecting dust, and now the KE that's been sitting collecting, and it literally was collecting dust. I just picked it up and it is covered in dust. And that one, apparently one of the cats broke off the end stop on the Y-axis because it was just hanging like this, and they probably flicked it. So I went to home it, and all I hear is and the problem with the KE and the SE is the end stop is covered by the actual case itself. You have to take off the entire base and then pull it apart just to access that end stop.
When I started print the other day on the Sobel, the front of on the first couple layers, the front of the print looked fine. The back of the print, the rear of the printer, it's like the nozzle was dragging the bed and tearing up the filament. It's like, what the hell? So I re-leveled everything. As a matter of fact, this time I heated up the bed. I took off the build plate. I tightened up all the screws with an Allen really tight in the bed, because when I look at my, what do you call it? In Clipper, you look at the map, the whatever, of the
bed
build
mesh.
plate, the bed mesh, and it looks like this really bad. I tightened everything up, and then it looked worse. And I went through all the leveling processes on everything, trying to think, what in the hell is going on here? But sometimes I print stuff, and it sounds like the nozzle is dragging every layer, like fingers on a chalkboard. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? But print's fine. It's just making all kinds of noise.
Or what's your favorite infill of choice?
I don't really have a favorite. I've tried this, that, and other.
Marmalade.
I've used
And a
rectangular
Victorian
forever.
sponge.
On the helmet, I forget what I used on the helmet. It wasn't gyroid. It was something similar to gyroid when I done the helmet. I have to go back and look at my video.
Yeah, there's
That's
gyroid,
That's VO8.
gyroid, and crosshatch. Both do a good job of not crossing over the same path over and over again on each top layer. It kind of swerves it around. So that helps to prevent if that's an issue as well.
Hey, I'm developing a new jamming device, for the military. So
A dolphin? A dolphin?
No. A jamming
Remember
device.
this gem.
A jamming
Uh-oh.
device.
Well, there it is.
And I finally have it ready. You guys want to see it, my jamming device?
Hey, Zach, where you been, buddy? You have time to come in? Sure, Matt.
All right, here you go. My perfect
Raspberry.
jamming device.
No, you need some grape. No jazz, no raspberry. You need grape. Jerry, it looks like Zach doesn't have the link. You got to
Yeah,
repost.
I'm posting it now. There you go. Let's see. Let me share a screen for a minute. Where's it at? This one. Okay, here's my TikTok right here. Yeah, let's see this one right here.
What's going on, everybody? Gary here with 3DHP, and on the Sobel S.
Music.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I forget what infill I'm using on that there. But that's on the Sobel SVO8. And the Scotch tape looked better than the rubber band, but I got tired of peeling off the 4 pieces of Scotch tape when I wanted to take off the cover.
Yeah, it looks like a crosshatch. So yeah, that's one. But it's you said it's still scraping. You think it's the build plate?
No, it wasn't scraped on this print, just on some prints.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I printed the test thing right there. It was getting stuck on my ears, that yellow piece. It took a little over a roll, almost a roll and a half to do the helmet. But of course, that's always based on your infill and your layers and all that. But yeah, I got a lot. I've been posting on there like every day for a month. I took a couple of days off where I was getting kind of burned out of posting every day. I figured TikTok would have shared my channel out a lot more than it has, so I kind of got burned out on posting every day because of it. But I got a lot of stuff on there.
Oh, you did the bearded skull too, huh? Love that print.
Ladies and gentlemen, Zany Maker Zach. Hello, how you doing?
Hey,
Hey,
I'm doing pretty slow. I've just been helping out the family.
how dare you not with us talking about 3D
I
printing?
know. I know, right? I gotta be helping the family. They're like, hey, Zach, we need help with moving the sectional.
Because of that, I raise my protest. I get up and I leave.
Yeah, mine was called a headphone stand when I found the file on, I think, printables. And I put eyeballs in it. I took some of the filament and I glued in the back of some eyeballs and I added eyeballs to it. Looks good.
I love this. This one was the big one, and then we did one in a proto pasta dragon fruit smoothie. Love it. And then I ended up. One of the kids at the festival took it from the box. I was so it was of freebies, and somehow it ended up in there. And I looked at this kid first, my big old dragon, and then my skull in my favorite color.
So maybe they set it in the box and they go, oops, and then they picked it up and go, look, it was in here.
No, I'm pretty sure I know who put it in the box.
Oh.
Quote, I have too many of those prints, and you have a big one.
When my grandkids come over, my grandson's like, Grandpa, can I have that? Grandpa, can I have that? And I usually yes. But then he's seen my Master Chief statue that I had painted. Grandpa, can I have Master Chief? No, you can't have Master Chief. I'm sorry, but no, you're not getting that one. That's grandpa.
My mother once asked me, because when I showed her our big 1000% dummy 13, she goes, "What's the point of that?" I said, "It's for me. It's only for me." And she said, "If somebody was to offer you money, would you sell it?" I said, $50,000. That's my price tag. It's mine. 50,000.
Yeah, everything has a price. It just depends
Yeah.
what it is, Everything has a price.
Yeah, 50,000
like-
would be able to get me another one of these. I could pay somebody to print me one. I'd have somebody injection mold me one for 50,000.
It's like me separating from the Cloud Top Tavern I've made.
There you go.
Yeah, that's your centerpiece on of all your work you've ever done. So personally, unless you get out of the hobby, I'd never get rid of that. As long as if it don't look bad and everything looks great on it, you don't have a lot of filament issues or under extrusion, bad spots. I'd just not hang on to that forever.
Yeah, because I gotta hook up these 2 new ones so I can have more colors to print with. And then these guys I'm printing upgrades for now.
Yeah, Zach's gonna do a 75 color print. I'm waiting for it. It's a 75 color print.
Yes, with that amazing boron build that I'm going to attempt. I've never built a boron, but gosh darn, I'm going to go crazy.
It's like the 2 Star Wars helmets you see over my shoulder there. Why did you print them in not that color, not white like the show? Because it's different. I had the filament, and people go, "Wow, look at that." That's the reason I did it. So people would go, "Wow, what do you do that for?" Or just give them something to talk about.
Yeah.
But that Stormtrooper helmet, I wanted to print that since I first got it. Before I had a printer in 2017, I wanted to print that Stormtrooper helmet, and I finally did, and it's not white, but it's done. I got one. Now I got to print one in white. It looked like movie quality, a prop. But
3D printing professors following me now. Thank
Cool.
you if you're watching.
What do you got there, Zach?
Batch of cannons
Like little tanks, huh?
for kind of, but it's for one of the ships.
Oh, cool.
Thing is, though, like I'm trying to figure out because I found a fog machine that I want that I'm going to put inside the tavern. So, actually, let me just.
Home Depot or
Go
Lowe's
out there.
or Amazon or
Well, there's a It uses
They were asking about the
cartridges.
Last
Okay.
What you call it?
because 'tis the
They're
season, everybody's selling that kind of stuff right now.
Yeah, like it's like baby oil. But thing is, though, it has connection ports for tubing, so I can run tubing, so I can have smoke coming out of these spots here. So,
Oh,
and then
cool.
I hide it with, and then you just see smoke actually coming out of it. This will have smoke in it, except I'll make it there in a model train sets. They have smoke cartridges that actually give off a smell.
Uh-huh.
So I'm kind of want to make it like a tavern kind of smell, like the food, the fresh, just coming out of the smokestack, and some of these have the piping go through.
Nice. Don't set
Yeah,
off your
no,
smoke detector.
Why do you think 3 of them are down whenever I do stuff like this?
Very cool.
But yeah, no, that's my goal. Tonight I'm going out and going to be James working in collaboration with some local artists to make some tarot card decks as well. So that's going to be interesting.
What's going on with my live stream? I've been on for an hour and a half, and I'm looking up here on my side. It says 8 minutes and 55 seconds. That's weird.
That's weird.
Now it says I've been on for 9 minutes.
It says here, it says 1 hour 34 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Put it.
On my side, it's screwed up. A little bit. Oh yeah, it says 0 people are watching. Something screwed up. Huh?
That's a little bit unusual.
I don't know. Something. I don't want to refresh the program. It'll refresh my whole screen.
Archer cards.
My back is killing me today again.
Yeah, PC. We see everybody, but I don't know. Something's weird on my side with the program.
Oh man!
I think I should give away a roll of Ziltech filament, and then we can move on to having a
Yeah.
link for the Polymaker. So let me turn off the dock, the text on screen.
I won that too recently, so I'm not going into run.
Did you get the filament?
Yes, I did. I'm actually playing with it right now.
Cool. Did you get the? Would you win the Ziltech or the Polymaker
Ziltech.
last week or 2 weeks ago? I don't remember.
2 weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah, I forget who won last week. I want to make sure they got their filament. So I'm working with a different rep now.
Okay.
Remember last week?
I was good.
Yeah, we had Free Heathen on there last week, and he recommended this model. So
Oh, cool.
this is that tank model that he designed, and this is technically the one that's not glued together yet, but I have the one because I just hit print all, and I printed every single file, so I ended up with extra parts. So this is the one that is actually glued together, and the turret does spin. And it does have a little compartment in here that he has, I guess, to hide whatever you want in your tank.
Oh, I love that.
It was an easy print, simple print.
And Matt entered twice for fun.
Damn, he got me.
All righty. Looks like we got like 34 people that entered. Let me share my screen.
Matt, look out behind you.
There's nothing there.
It went the other way.
It's a
There's nothing there either.
And there we got everybody. This is for the lower 48 states, United States, and must be present to win. So let me hit shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. If you guys are watching, you'll see, I'm sure you'll see your name here.
I don't see my name.
Yeah. It's there.
Yeah.
If Matt wins, we'll be redrawing. But anyway, here we go, guys. If everybody wants to help me out. 5, 4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
2,
Great.
1.
Here we go.
Roll that
Hey.
real crazy.
And here we go, respinning. Let me mix them up again.
rigged.
Wait, where is it?
I want to say Kaggle. Am I saying that right?
Yep.
Kaggle, congratulations. Are you here in chat? You want to roll a Ziltech filament? Kaggle, are you in chat? Are you still here? I don't recognize the name.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he's in chat. He
Here he is.
in
Are you in-
YouTube.
And you're in the US, right? Okay, do me a favor on this particular one. Go to Ziltech.com. Ziltech.com, pick out a type of filament that you want, PLA, PETG, or ABS. And here's my email. I'm going to put it in chat. And email me with what type of filament you want with your mailing address. And I'll let my rep know, and they'll get it shipped out Monday from Texas. Here's my email right here. Please write it down. jenap1@yahoo.com. Let me write your name down. Congratulations.
I won. Haha. So when I get my ball, Jerry, when I come around your place,
Yeah. Coming to America.
Man, I love how that looks radioactive in there.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it looks like some sort of radiation inside one of these machines. This machine.
this is plutonium-238, people. So please do not touch or lick.
Do not drink
You
it.
do. I mean, it looks so tasty, though.
It'll make you more zany than you already are.
Yeah. Like in Futurama, right? Like Slurm.
Huh? Yeah, I know that's.
You guys never seen Futurama?
I have.
Why? I like the show. It was a good show. I think I watched up to the seventh. Alexa, cancel. I didn't even mention her name. She's spying on me. Send help. I'm blinking. Asking for mouse code. Yeah. I tell you, Alexa's taking over the world. Right here, right now.
Don't
she's
say that
starting.
because one's right here.
Alexa, order Zach everything he ever wanted.
No, that is over like
Alexa.
like over 50.
Stop.
That's why I'm putting you on pause. Stop. No. Okay. She has a red ringer now, so she can't order from this room.
And now Alexa says, yes, you have your person ordered.
I literally have like probably almost $40,000 on my wish list.
Wow.
It sounds just like
Mind you,
mine. I got about 3.
Well, the thing is, the one mine is one of those cargo houses that you can order from Amazon.
Damn.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah, I'll take a house, you know. Yeah. So what? So
Yeah.
what was some of the most interesting chips that you guys saw at 3D Printopia?
Uncle Buck.
Mine.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. Oh, your lithophane?
Yeah.
I did not get one of those. I'm kind of sad.
I was not there. That's just a new invention. I just made them for Smurf.
Okay, the new dock is all set up for Polymaker. It's the same link. So we'll be giving away one roll of Polymaker filament that'll ship anywhere in the world they ship to, which is almost everywhere. I believe the coupon code is good for $35. We'll draw one winner after a bit. Must be present to win. And yeah, they got wonderful filament. It prints wonderful. I love Polymaker filament. Great filament.
Yeah, it's beautiful stuff. I love using it.
All right, the
So-
link's working. We had one per center. Almighty Malachi.
Wait. There we go. Okay, so you have 2 now.
Yeah, everybody here on screen, welcome to enter Matt Camp because he's a partner with Polymaker.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just finding out.
Zach, do you get the files Sergio
I
sent
still
you?
got to enter just to see if I
Yep.
win.
I got the files. They're actually printing right now.
Cool.
So, you know, I'm definitely, because I got to get these AMS units hooked up, and I got, yeah, okay. 16 colors. I'm going to be able to print with. Excited.
I'm good with my 4, 4, 4. I'm not doing all of that extra.
Just push print. It might be good. You could probably apply it towards it and then pay the difference. But I know the code's good for like I believe $35. I'm not sure how much your fiber I'm selling for. I'm sure it's pretty expensive.
The PETG carbon fiber is under that, but not the PET carbon
You could
fiber.
take the code, you can load it in your cart, use the code, and it'd probably show you the difference, I assume.
Zach, did you get one of the smooth ones or one of the rough ones of ours?
This is a smooth one. Well, the back of it's super smooth. The
Yes, good.
top
good.
it is a little bit.
Okay, good.
I may also have one of the rough ones as well. I'm not sure. I have like so many. Like this is a beautiful one. Did you see this one?
I didn't see that one. No, I don't have that one. Do I? Oh no, I don't have that one.
Yeah, no, that.
Do you have any footage from the show you'd like to share, Dave?
We were stuck at the booth. The only thing we could do was do a live, and our live apparently got choppy halfway. So it's like you don't see the 3D printer giveaway. You see me talking to like 4 or 5 people just at the booth. So most of my stuff is all pictures that I'm probably going to be posting on Instagram with captions. I wanted to go through and name each one of the booths that we actually took pictures on. We didn't get a chance to go upstairs. So that way, I think we missed Zach's, of course, because Zach came downstairs. Terry, my wife, did go upstairs and do the spinning extruder one, the one with the shoot, I forget what it is, the M45S or something like that.
Oh yeah,
that
was right.
Yeah,
that is an amazing machine. They're right next to me.
Does your
And
wife
it's just
know a lot about,
crazy.
does your wife know a lot about 3D printing? Does she print or just hear you talk about it?
So she now does 3D printing. She actually has the Mini, and the M or the 5M is hers.
So you could have left her at the booth while you walked around for a half hour, or she would have gotten not allowed it.
No, because all the
She
stuff
wouldn't
would have
take
been
you off your leash.
No, she would not. No, she has to be. She knows that if I left that booth, I would have been so interested in everything else, I might have to come back for a couple hours. It would have been like, oh, you had the booth the whole time, and I would have never heard the end of it. So it was, I stood right by the side. We were there together the whole time. So
What's the coin size? What's the regular coin size of the coins? Because my coin is 40.
Where's my measuring tool?
I was just looking for my. Up there it is.
See who finds their calipers first.
I already found mine. I have everything in this little workspace.
I have
So
everything in this
must be different
workspace. That's the
sizes.
problem.
Okay, so
Mine is
the
14.
width
Yeah.
3.4 millimeter.
Ooh. Is it on all?
3.4. That's 3.21. Okay, this one's a little bit beefier. This is 3.8.
Yeah, I was wondering what the sizes were, and Matt said he's making maker coins based on what everybody else is doing, because obviously he'd want to make the same size as the standard.
So the standard one, when you put it in the slicer, is
The maker chip.
by 3.0.
Who started the maker chips? Any particular person?
K2 Kevin did the maker chips. So not the maker coin, the maker chips.
Yeah, well, these are maker chips here. All right.
Yep, he made designs for these. K2 Kevin.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, no,
he had a really nice chip that he made with lattice work all through it. It was clear, and you could see the patterns all the way through it. And he's keeping it a secret on how he did it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, like Pezla's.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Oh,
yeah,
I
if
know
only I
how to
had
do
light
that.
shop. Yeah, Well, the last work is actually quite easy. You gotta make sure you have a transparent film on it, but it's real beautiful. I don't. Have you seen what I think is 3D bunnies?
3D print bunnies.
3D
I think I
Yeah.
got them here.
Oh wow.
Focus.
I have heard.
I about have. I have 1.5 of those like printed.
Were a lot of people just giving the chips out, or do you have to trade?
Oh,
They were
so here,
giving and trading.
some people were giving them, some people were hiding them, and you had to ask for it.
That way, everybody who
Well,
walks
things
by
don't-
wouldn't just take them. Yeah, that makes sense.
Exactly, and people were trying to fill their actual things to get their free polymaker from K2 Kevin and Pezliz.
Okay.
So he actually did a good job of checking to make sure that people didn't have duplicates. And then on the last day, obviously, because it was a little bit less people, that you didn't have to have the full set in order to win. You just had to fill a certain amount, and they kind of justified however many.
Yeah, I live in Vegas,
yeah,
so
no,
if I ever do one, I think a maker chip would be better than a coin.
So who's going to Remurf?
When is that?
Hey!
We will be at Remarks for sure.
Yeah, we can't say the dates exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Is it coming
cool,
out or
like-
next year? I think they're done for the year, aren't they? All the shows.
Yeah,
No,
all the
there's
shows
one
this year. Wait,
in
what?
in the United States. They're done. There's still
Yeah.
Okay,
which
Smurf.
is in December, in Manchester, England.
Yep.
So that's the last of the 4. We will not be at that one.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
guys.
I can't afford to go to that one. I wish I could. I mean, if I could drive my car there, I would. We all know that. I put little thing like floatables on my car and little paddles. I'm like, row my car down the ocean.
Oh, you need
Zach,
to do one of those floating trucks, you know, those floating. Lily, quit it. Now my dog wanting food again.
Yeah, if me and Zach could get a like a yacht or something, we're boating over. We're coming over. But I don't think that's gonna
I don't have that kind of money yet.
me neither.
If I won the lotto though,
I will give you a hint that 3D Printo or the Rocky Mountain is in May. It is in May.
okay, so we can get that information.
We
the
can give
date.
out that it is in May, but you can't give out the physical dates yet because it's not.
Okay.
Sure, get hold of me.
Announced.
Yeah, when most people come to town, a lot of makers, when they come to town, it's usually for a convention, and they fly in, and they don't have any transportation, so most people can never come by and visit. One friend of mine, Red Light, which is in Chatter, he was earlier. Him and his wife came a few years ago, and I went down town and picked him up and brought him up here. We hung out for a little bit, and then I drove him back down, dropped him off. But it's awesome when people come to town and they got an Uber and they could come to me, and and they can see too much stuff all in one place.
I'd love to meet you in person. Have you sign the Maker Gear of Crazy?
Next time we're in Vegas, Jerry, that's my wife's favorite spot to visit. I'm bringing the bus, and you got to sign it. We'll do it that way.
All right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I got a unique signature. Nobody can copy my signature.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
I have 11 more of these I'm printing. So that's going to be fun. And all of these will be on the back wall, and they're all going to be turning, interlocking gears. Man, I can't wait. And then have different makers come up, sign it, and then take a photo in front of it. I love that.
You gonna put a stepper motor on it or something, or how you gonna turn it?
So one of them will have a stepper motor, and it'll drive the whole gear chain. I just need to figure out what motor I'm going to use that will be able to turn all of those.
Why not use separate steppers? Don't actually have them interlocking. Just have them real close, where it looks like they're working in unison, but they're not actually interlocking. That way, you wouldn't have to try to figure out how to have one do it. Just have a motor on each one.
Yeah, that is possible.
It'd be the
Yeah.
same effect. They just wouldn't be touching.
Yeah, because I'm just trying. I mean, it would be cool, see all these like interlocking, have them driven by one. Because
You're gonna
they
need
spin
real
smoothly.
Yeah, you're gonna need a real torquey motor for that one. So yeah, I think I know what
Yeah.
Jay's saying. If you use them separate, you can still give the illusion of them kind of gearing up together.
Yeah.
And they just have them spin at the same
Yeah.
speed, so it looks like that. And it would be less wear and tear on
Yeah.
the motors because you're spreading it out.
hmm Yeah. I just know when you make a display like movement, people love seeing movement in a display like that, and just their eyes just jump to it like, ooh, shiny. I know that's how I am. But yeah. But then I also made a maker coin
That's cool.
in full color.
In living
That's
color.
sick. That's like a 10 mil thick.
Yeah. Wait, where did I put my? It's actually probably about the same thickness as your maker chip. Let me
Yeah,
actually
maybe
let me
cheated.
double check.
5
I
mil.
get cheated. Why did I get the small one? You only gave me a small one. Why did I get a big one?
Yeah, let me check. Yeah, it's 10. This is the maker coin is 10.
How thick is an Oreo? Got an Oreo handy?
I don't know because I've never held an Oreo.
How would you measure a banana? I'm just asking.
Wait, what?
I've never done
Wait,
banana for scale. I use a Monster Energy drink for scale in my videos usually. If I don't have one, I'll use a can of soda, but usually a Monster Energy drink. I think they make those around the world that
I
are
don't think they know about
specific size.
bananas for scale.
Banana for
Come here.
scale.
Yeah.
I know you want to. Come on.
Anytime
Come on.
when you make something, you have to take a banana and put a banana right next to it to make it for scale. Because bananas are always different sizes
I know
anyway.
something I can show you guys. Let me grab it.
That's a joke. Who started that joke? What's his name now? He used to come to the show a lot too.
Didn't he 3D print a banana for scale?
Yeah.
I thought so. I've never printed with a Pet G on this machine.
Here's a vacuum former box I made like 3 or 4 years ago. When I had my Ghostbuster car I was building, when I printed out all the bucks, I built this. It's all sealed. It's airtight. I was going to hook it up to a shop vac. These are guides so that when I have my Pet G in a form, 2 of these clamp together, but it's not going to work. You basically heat it up. You come down, you slap it on. I'd have the buck, which is right here, on this, and it may or may not work. The vacuum former might be too small for this. If any of you guys out there have a vacuum former that you built, I think there's enough air holes around that might work. And I think my Pet G is like 12 by 12. So it may or may not work. And I hear to get it hot enough to let it droop, basically the length of the buck. So I'll have to wait and try it when I get it done. But as far as for these frames, I think on my laser, I'm going to cut 2 more out of wood that are larger. That way I can put the Pet G in between it and sandwich it, because if it's not clamped together tight enough, it will pull out. and then I can drop it in on the frame, turn it on, suck it down around it. So it may or may not work, but that's my idea anyway. And then I have a smaller one of these I made also, but anyway.
Man, I need to get myself a vacuum former.
Yeah, go on YouTube. There's a million people making them a million different ways. So, and just pick one. And if you go to Galactic Armory, the actual heater that they're using on Galactic Armory is what I ordered one of. But they have a heater up top, a heater down below. And I really don't think they need the bottom heater. Sure, it adds heat, but if you put your plastic up close enough to the top heater, it's still going to get hot and it's going to droop, and you can grab it, slam it, and use it. I don't really think you need the bottom heater. So anyway, I'll have to wait till I try it, and I'll be sure to set up a camera when I do it. So if I have a complete disaster and it screws up, I have something to show on film. So anyway, but I think it'll work out.
Because the only vacuum former I have access to is the one at work, which I use every so often.
Yeah, I got a bunch of
No one
plastic
heard
I
this.
got off Amazon a long time ago. I think they're 12 by 12s. But if it doesn't work and I need bigger sheets, I'll order something bigger and I'll make a bigger box for it. And I don't think I need to make a air pump system where you use a vacuum pump to suck it out of the canister, which I have one I could use, an air tank from Harbor Freight years ago, and then it sucks it all out. I think a Shopvac should have plenty of power based on all the videos I've seen. So anyway, that's in theory. Or I can go to Galactic Armory and I can spend $80 and buy one that they pre-made and they tinted and stained and all that, or I can do it myself. And I prefer to do things myself when I can, then it makes content. So can't hear you, man. Oh, we got a raid coming in. Shenanigans 3D is raiding with 13 viewers on Twitch. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Jerry with 3DHP. Shenanigans, I hope you had a great stream. We're running kind of slow here today. We've been on since 12 o'clock, going on 2 hours. And I don't know how many people are watching since my counter on screen's not working. But thank you, in Raiders. We have content creators and makers on every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific around the world. I can have up to 10 people at a time on camera. We only have 4 right now. Why we're slow today, I don't know. But usually we have a lot more people. Then we always have a lot of people in chat. I've been doing this for two and a half years now, having at least live streams. I love when having content creators and makers on. But thank you. Hope you had a great stream. Thank you for rating in. I really appreciate it. So, and anybody that's can follow me on TikTok, I got a helmet I'm working on. I'm a Polymaker partner, and here's a Master Chief helmet I'm currently working on. I just got done yesterday on my SV08. Needs a lot of post-processing. I'm going to be painting it, making a shield for it, lots of content. Yes, Zach.
Oh, no, I love that.
Oh, yeah, it came out really good. I just have that stringy on the bill. It really irritates me. It reminds me of my CR10 days where you get a lot of under extrusion. You got all the strings, lined up, and it's not melted properly. And I went ahead and used, because of the shape of the helmet, on most helmets, you don't need internal infill because you can make the arc with no problem with minor stringing in the top. This one, I went ahead and used organic supports everywhere on it, and I still had a few issues. So it is what it is. But the SV08 done a good job on it. And is SV08 a printer I would recommend to somebody just getting into 3D printing? No. Buy a Bamboo. Flat out, buy a Bamboo. If you want it to print and make cool stuff, and you don't want to tinker on it, the SV08, you got to tinker on it and get things right. And then after time, it gets better. I'm happy with it. I'm glad I got it. The community bought it for me for the most part. And then I sold my Prusa Mini to Red Light that was in chat earlier. I donated that money plus donations from all of you out there watching to help me buy the SV08. And yeah, great printer, but it's not perfect. So anyway.
Jerry, I got some useless information for you about the banana.
All right.
So the Banana for Scale started with a Reddit user called A Shark Tough back in 2009, when he couldn't find anything else to get Tom Hanks to sign, he ran next door to a store, got the banana, brought it to Tom Hanks to sign, and all the comments were like, "What's up with the banana?" Someone had commented, "Is it for scale?" And ever since, that's been the meme.
All right.
All right.
Every time I hear banana for scale, my mind goes in the gutter. So anyway,
Yeah,
Banana.
there's a whole article about it because I was like, yeah, where did that come from? So yeah, Tom Hanks and a Reddit user.
I think I first heard about it on Jim with Edutech. I think that's where I first heard about it. Banana for
Yeah.
scale.
Ever since, it's just been one of those memes that people use as a reference point, obviously, to try to one up each other.
Yeah.
So did you see, or did you get the 3D Printopia coin that they're giving out?
The metal plated one? Yes, I have mine upstairs.
Yeah,
Oh wow,
like
that's fancy.
Yeah, those are special collector edition ones that were given to anyone who was either a presenter or vendor at the 3D Printopia this year.
yeah. I didn't want to take out the packaging because, well,
It's collector's item. Don't do it.
yeah, that's why I'm like saying I don't want to take out the package. Is this the first year they had these?
That's the first. Well, technically, it's the first year of Printopia because remember it was Earth before. So this
Andrew-
is their inaugural
Andrew
year.
Taylor says I so badly want a Bamboo Lab. A1 Mini, they're a little over. How much the price right now? A little over $200. You can get into. Yeah, $199 is almost nothing. Even if you have a credit card with a very low limit, you can get into it. I mean, I don't recommend using credit cards, but I've had plenty, and they're currently all cut up, and I'm making payments on a repayment plan. So yeah, but yeah, a little over $200 is crazy cheap, and they're not perfect, but they're almost perfect. Very simple to use, not complicated. And there's 100 million sites out there where you can get free files or paid files, a little bit of anything and everything. It's a lot of fun.
Man, look at that workspace that he has.
It's a mess. It's a giant mess in here. But yeah, that's an A1 Mini. Well, something like an A1 Mini. It's been modified quite a bit.
Oh, no,
well,
I don't.
South
It's,
Africa hard to get. All right, I don't know, but okay. I know down in Australia, like Michael teaching tech, their import fees or whatever are ridiculous. So I don't know in South Africa what kind of fees, and I don't know.
Yeah, they're really nice machines, little baby machines. People think that it's not enough build space, but it works. I mean, technically, you could print this dragon on here if you orientated it right, but this is done at 150% scale.
Well, all dragons, when you get the file, they come coiled up, so it's a matter of sizing them up. You can't change its orientation other than size them up.
Yeah, you got the
is that Cinder Wings?
No, this is a different one. It looks like Cinder Wings, but it's a Crystal Dragon. I forget who this was from. The wife printed this one.
Nice.
Whose is it, though? I know you printed it. Whose is it?
Yeah, I thought, no, because Cinder Ring has something similar to that.
Let me try pulling it.
Let
It
me
might
take
be
a
Cinder
look.
Wings, but she got it off of Maker World. She found it there.
Hopefully someone didn't rip her file.
I hope not either.
You know, I live in Vegas, and there's 2 or 3 Amazon warehouses here. And as most people know with Amazon, you can get almost anything you want tomorrow or the next day. And I needed some compression socks for one of my legs. And I went on Amazon another day when they had their big sales. I clicked on 20 different links for compression socks, and it said not available in your area. They won't ship to Vegas. And I've never had an item ever on Amazon where I couldn't automatically just order it.
So yeah, no,
that's the one. Let me see if I can pull up the printables because I'm hoping that's not stolen. That's might be a copy. Hold on.
yeah, because that's Cinder Wings. Also, Jerry, did your mic go out? You stopped. Your mouth was moving, but there's no audio coming through.
A mini in South Africa is $550. That's crazy.
Woo! No.
Wow. Bill Overbot had some of his files on there also that were taken down. Somebody stole them. Well, that's just it. A lot of people that aren't on social media, that just have printers and they download stuff, not knowingly will download something and print it, not knowing that it was ripped off from a maker. I'm sure that happens a lot. But if you're on socials and you're all over the place, then you recognize things from.
Yeah. See, that's the one that's printed off from that person, whoever that person is.
What's that person's name?
Martin at
Martin.
Martin Savicki 892445.
When you click on him, does he have a ton of things on there? He's
57 models.
okay.
A lot of Slinky stuff. Slinkies. That doesn't look like his. I don't know.
A lot of nice.
That Cobra looks like
That Cobra looks
Those are-
familiar, but that
it
looks
does.
I've got two things on printables that a designer, which I'll leave unnamed, made for me. One of which is a head that you printed, Dave, and I posted them on there because I was allowed to share out the files for free because they were designed for me.
Say is send for yourself or you're buying a set?
Hey, here we go. There we go. He's got a mini me.
of a mini Jerry in a special ABS. This is from the District 3D filament. It's a special ABS Plus with 10% PETG.
Oh, and here's a painted version of it. And if I would lose a little bit of weight, I'd actually look like that again. The designer that made these for me, I sent him 2 pictures. And based on the 2 pictures I sent him, this is his design he came up with in it. Real good representation. Like I say, my face is rounder right now. That's called cookies and ice cream and chips. So, anyway. I like it.
Yeah, I found an old project of mine from years ago. I do experimenting in crochet.
All right.
Yeah, I completely forgot about this project, but yeah, no, I used a tutorial. I can't remember where the tutorial was. It was years ago, but yeah, no, well,
Yeah, I've never got into crochet. I don't think I ever will.
I would recommend not, because if you want to keep your patience in check, don't do crochet because it
Yeah,
will
okay,
try
okay.
your patience.
I've got too many hobbies. I remember a couple of years ago, I thought about getting a heat press and making T-shirts and hats, and I'm like, why? I do too much now. I got too much now.
That's literally what the wife does. I bought her a heat press and a sublimation printer, and that's what she does on the side. That's hence the T printing.
My wife on Subsector 3D's channel won a Betty Boop jar, and she sublimation somehow she put the Betty Boop logo like in it, and I don't know how that works. It's somehow like molded in it somehow, some kind
It's
of a
a
resin
tumbler.
over top of it. I don't know, but it looks awesome.
Yeah, it's actually a tumbler. You can do that with sublimation. So you would just get a blank tumbler, and it's called a tumbler press. She doesn't have one. You got to get a special. Here, come tell them what you need. Say it. You got. There you go.
I got ones in our house, but I don't my machine's not working because somebody didn't fix it.
Louder. You gotta be louder because you're not loud.
All right.
So yeah, and her printer is down right now as well. The sublimation printer is down. So
I need a new one. I'm going to sponsor me with $199 and I can get a new one.
Help me.
Then I can make everybody Tumblr.
Maybe one of the reasons why I'm single.
Make you a
See?
Tumblr. I can make your special Tumblr for you. You know, put your name on it,
I don't know what you guys don't know what you're
your
missing.
logo on there. You know.
Like, yeah, you don't know what it. Yeah, when you have a wonderful second half to you, it's always fun. It's always fun.
Hey, I'm the man of the house.
My wife is 50 years old. She watches
make sure my
TV
wife
in the
was up
bedroom
behind
all
me.
day long, but she's on her phone in the bedroom all day long. Her husband has all these hobbies, which you should know, all that I do, most people do, and she's not interested in anything.
Oh, Terry here, she loves her Mini. She loves her 5M, and she loves to come up with a whole bunch of crazy prints to just, hey, let's print this. That's how we ended up with the dragon. That someone has stolen that dragon from Cinderwing. I told you. I knew it.
And the chicken.
Oh, and the crazy chicken and everything else. Chicken with a surfboard and all these other great weird
Yeah,
prints.
PC Van Let on Prime. I just watched a series called Citadel or something like that. It's like 6 episodes. That was good. That was on Prime. That's something I just watched.
It will be fixed sometime this century.
Yeah, I've been rewatching a lot of shows I've seen years ago, like the one
Millennia.
with, Sylvester Stallone in the prison. I forget the name of it. There was 2 of them. I rewatched that the other day. I forgot what it was about, but I rewatch shows and I watch series whenever I see anything good. I watch everything constantly.
Good. Now you can tell.
Actually, maybe one of you guys would know. So,
If you
what is a good?
Talk Dave into fixing my printer. I'll make you guys a Tumblr with your logo on it or your
What's
name.
wrong? What's wrong with her printer,
I don't
Dave?
want to charge you.
So she has a sublimation printer. I blame her for this. Her sublimation printer she didn't use for a little while, and it got clogged up in the tubing. So I will have to replace every single one of the tubes, or replace the entire printer, because it's actually gotten sublimation ink dried up in the actual tubes. So she has her eye on a $199 printer right now, which in 2 weeks she may get another one, but she doesn't hear that right now. It'll keep her away from the 2.4 build.
I just gave you a cracker. Don't growl at Daddy.
No, this has to be done too. You've been working on that for like 4 months.
You know we're in a live stream and you're beating up on me, right?
My wife, before I went on Twitch, my wife I'd say something rude about her on camera. She'd come out and smack me on the head all the time. But that hasn't happened in a while.
This one wants to go live all the time and give away like tons of filament. And I'm like, babe, we give away 1 or 2 filament rolls. And she's just like, let's just give some more rolls away.
Yeah, it's fun giving away stuff, but you need to find a company that's giving it to you to give away to promote that company.
Mhm.
For most people, life is too expensive, bills, et cetera, so find a company to do it for you.
Why are you in the shot? I don't know what the skinny ones here.
Roll up some Scotch tape and put it on a cat's foot or paw, and it kind of jumps around all crazy with the Scotch tape stuck on its foot.
Mhm. This one probably will sit there and eat it. He likes plastic. Can't leave any filament around because they'll take it around the house, play with any of the. What fell? What fell?
Nice.
Oh, she did. Did it break?
Oh, knocked it off the top.
Oh no!
I predicted it.
You called it, Matt. You did. I didn't even
Damn,
hear
I'm
that.
bad luck, I guess.
Well, I got my thumbnail for the
That's-
end of the
yeah.
show.
There it is.
I
What?
called it earlier. Kloop.
I showed that.
Yeah,
Can you
he should have
remember-
glooped it to the frame of the where he was on the, on the.
Well, that's what cats do. They knock everything on the floor. There's all these shorts out there.
That's why you glue it on top of the board. Where you put it, the item. You glue it to the
I
board.
should have.
The
It
item.
never come off ever again. Oh, and it cracked too in the back. Oh,
Oh,
there's a big missing chunk. It ain't just opened. It's missing a piece. This was a 29-hour print. What do you mean print it again? Yes, ma'am. I'll print it again, boss lady. Help me.
Blink twice if you're in danger.
I can't.
You're on your
She's
own,
gonna
mate.
hit me. She's gonna throw something at me if I say anything. Nothing.
I'm playing good friend, bad
Hey.
friend right now.
Hey, just remember the reference. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. If anyone gets that reference, I am happy.
What? You're gonna throw the torture toaster at me? No. Put that down. Don't throw the 300% scale one either, because that would not go well. That would hurt.
So, does anyone know any like filaments that are good skin tone filaments?
Oh, skin tone. Yes. Hold on.
Yeah.
Grab me that skin tone on the bottom there. No, the skin tone one on the very bottom shelf.
TH3D sells some I tried a long time ago. There's a lot of companies that sell tan or skin tone
Yeah,
type
that one.
filaments.
Yeah, no, that's a.
Light
That
tan.
good enough
skin
for you?
tone. Yeah, that's a good skin tone.
That's a skin. This is from
Yeah.
King Rune, and this is only running at $9 a roll right now. So, if you buy these in bulk at a pack of 10, it's $89.99, and they're doing free shipping
And
as well.
it's
King Rune.
so what's that do to?
This is under skin. This one's actually called skin.
Off their website or Amazon?
Either or. Amazon will get you, I believe it's like $99 for a 10-pack. On their website, it's $89, but it's like a 4 or 5 day shipping for them through their website directly, because they're doing $20 off of their 10 packs, and their 10 packs are either 109, 119, 129, and then 169 for silks.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I've never
they're-
tried-
Because I'm making.
I think I used to have a roll of that film somewhere. I don't remember where I ever got it, but I used to have some.
Yeah, I always stock up on King Rune just because of the price, or when we go to the events, I'll stock up on whatever I can get for dirt cheap there. So, like if you get Protopasta, Cookie Cad, Polymaker there. Yeah, Cookie Cad was expensive this time at Printopia. We got it in at Earth. I think we were paying $15 a roll, or at Remurf 2024. And then at Printopia, what was it again? 3 rolls for $80. 88? 3 rolls for $88. So I was like, that's not really a deal. Oh, you probably got, okay. She thinks she was picking the special colors from them, and that's why it was so pricey.
Yeah, no, because yeah, I'm doing some really fun styles now, and I'm trying to implement a lot of stuff.
Mm. I hear a P1P
Into-
starting. I know that noise.
Yeah, fine.
Let me set up the next giveaway for the Polymaker filament. We'll get that out of the way here in 1 second. And you must be present to win on the Polymaker filament. Once you win, now actually I might have time during the stream to get you the code sent out right away, because Polymaker has been really fast on turnaround emails where they send me the link with the code that you need to enter. So I might be able to get that done during the stream.
Get it, Hirsch. Get it. Get the gummy bear.
Let me share my screen.
Yeah, she made me print a gummy bear. That's why she's saying gummy bear in the background. But unfortunately, I might have had the temp a little too high, and it doesn't look all that great. So, yeah, we're going to leave that back there.
I mean, it's a gummy bear. It's
looks
authentic.
Looks like a melted gummy bear.
That's what you're going for, right?
And here we go.
Zach said that's what we're going for. Oh no, that's the other. That's
All righty, let me shuffle here. And if you're watching, I'm sure you are. You're looking for your name. I know every time I'm in a giveaway on some streams, I always look for my name. So if you hit the shuffle button, you'll see your name go by there at some point. That's crazy when you're on one of the Corality giveaways, which I don't watch them very often. They'll have like 100 billion people on the wheel. They got so many names you can't read any of them. And I don't even waste my time with it. But there's been a lot of products with Corality I've tried to review, and they haven't let me review anything since one of the enders way back when. So I guess I'm not important to them, so whatever.
Don't feel bad, Jerry. They don't love me either. So I'm very honest on the Creality printers.
Yeah, when I done my Alien, I wanted to review one of their printers when I done my big Alien build, and I was wasting my breath because I've somehow screwed my YouTube channel up, and I don't have the type of followers I should have, which I completely think it's my fault on the back end. Something I've done wrong on all my videos, but every week, if you watch me, I always whine about it. I always have something to say about it. I think whine's a good word. Anyway. All righty, here we go. If everybody like to help me count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Who's ready? And winner for Polymaker Filament. Chris Mink 3D. Chris Mink, are you in chat? Congratulations, Chris Mink. Are you in chat? You just won a roll of Polymaker. Unless he's watching commercials, that happens a lot. Because commercials now got pretty long on YouTube and you're watching, and on Twitch. Chris Mink, are you in chat? Give him a minute to answer. He's probably watching commercials. Chris Mink, are you in chat?
No response.
We'll give him a minute. Chris Mink, say something. I forgot to turn off that Google.
Mink, are you there? Chris Mink, don't miss your chance.
Chris Mink 3D, are you there?
Yes, I'm right here.
Chris, say something.
Let's give it to Matt German. See, everybody hear it.
Maybe he's.
Chris Mink, say something. Here he is.
One.
All right, he's here. Must have had a commercial or something going on.
Okay.
Congrats, Chris. You just won a roll of Polymaker. Congratulations. I know how to get a hold of you, and I'll send you the link through Messenger here in a minute. Let me see if I can just do it now, and I can send it to you sooner. But congratulations. Yeah, when I watch YouTube almost all day long, you get commercial after commercial after commercial. And then you're able to click away from it, and then they have another commercial on that runs for a shorter amount of time. Oh, you're on your phone? Okay.
Huh?
Jerry, the wife wants to know how far are you from the strip if we're going to visit, because she claims we always stay downtown, and if you're too far, we are not coming.
No worries. Yeah, the valley's not that big. I live up by Nellis Air Force Base on Sunrise Mountain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're familiar.
You,
No,
Hollywood-
we're not going to Vegas right now.
Hollywood and Lake Mead, to be exact, major cross streets. But you could
There's
Google that.
somewhere-
You can look that up on your computer, Hollywood and Lake Mead, and you can see the area. You kind of see how far away it is. Probably about 15 minutes from the strip.
He lives,
Yeah,
it's a
we're
lie.
normally
He
there.
lives between Loveland and Las Vegas, you know. There's one little townhouse when you drive by the freeway what says don't stop. I'm just kidding. No, I'm definitely gonna see. I'm planning to go to America soon. I hope by next year. And,
Matt, stop planning and do. Stop planning and do it. You gotta come see us over
I
here.
did. I lived for 10 years in America. I lived in Vegas.
Then what's your excuse for not coming back?
Yeah, money. You know, always money. Would come down to money. But
Yeah,
hey,
monies.
but
Yeah.
I'm happy with traveling here. You know.
Yeah, I got to get over to Europe for sure. I've been there before, lived there for a little while. The wife has never been out of the United States, so, and her ancestors are from Europe, so she wants to go. I have ancestors in Europe also, apparently, so we would all like to go see.
Europe and Germany.
Ich spreche Deutsch.
9.
And my
Why are you
ancestors were
saying
from
the number
Ireland.
9?
Yeah, I know that word now. I know a few words German.
Ja, machen Sie schnell. Schnell
Okay,
printen
so-
ist besser als London printen. Actually, I
Yep.
actually put an English word inside printing.
Okay, yo no sé.
In Germany, we say drucken to printing. 3D drucken. That's how we say 3D printer in German.
Hmm.
Okay, looks like my big cat is weighing its attention, so everyone's going to get to see him.
Because you
Okay,
guys
Mikey.
pronounce drucken, most Americans and most English people pronounce drucken, tracken.
No, get her down. Get her down because she broke the print. Get her down. I'm mad at her. She broke the print. Get her down. I'm mad at her.
Yeah, trucking. Yeah, most people say to that.
Look at the baby. Look at the
Goodness.
kitty.
Yeah, this is my cat.
Oh, we have a storm. Looks like her.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Oh, it's another Kittler. Is that a Kittler also?
Wait, Mikey, can you look at the stream? You are Kittler.
Yeah,
He's
Kegel,
black,
if you're
the
watching, I've got your email, Kegel.
Yeah,
Another
aber
Kittler.
just push to print. Yes, you're correct, because I think it started changing in the 80s when we first got the first home computers and printers at home.
Grab her.
So, but even then, some people say drucken, some people say printing. Or print, I guess. Depends from what area I guess you come from in Germany, or what area, what's popular there, you know. That's my guess.
Everybody
Yeah.
with their
This guy's 26 pounds right now.
God only knows how much she is. Look at the look, Therma. There's somebody like you on the screen.
No,
No,
Thanksgiving is saved. No, Thanksgiving is over.
because another kitty. See? Fine. You want to get down?
Okay, you want?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking for I can't see you guys right now. I got my email up. I'm looking for my Polymaker link.
Big Chihuahua. Big dog. Oh, that a cat. Looks like a cat.
Okay, I found it.
See, my dog doesn't go nuts with the cat. Because the cat literally gets beat up.
No, his Chihuahua.
Oh.
He's-
You know, you'd be surprised. In Europe, Chihuahuas are very expensive. Very expensive. They're not very common dogs.
Yeah, Alex.
I mean, they're
film it.
common enough, but I mean, you pay maybe $2,000
That's
for a
not-
good license. I mean, with a good pedigree on it, you know.
That's about the same here in the U.S. with a good pedigree.
Yeah, but you go to the shelter and you get a Chihuahua from there. We can't go to the shelter and get a Chihuahua.
Ah, We can go get a Chihuahua from the shelter. It's probably not a Chihuahua, but it says Chihuahua mix on it.
Oh,
Yeah, I like how they get their dogs wrong. You got to pick up an animal and say, "What is this?" And they totally guess, get it wrong.
It's a beagle. That's not a beagle. I don't know what you're talking about.
Like my black dog Nikita, I've looked up so many pictures online. She's a black Jack, part Jack Russell because of the way her ears are and the way she acts, and part lab because of her color. So she's a black Jack. And it's funny when I come in the bedroom, you know, her ears, she has small ears. They always lay down. But at night in the bedroom, I go to the kitchen to grab a snack or something, right? And they're laying on the bed. The minute I walk in the room, her ears are straight up like this. And she's looking at my hand. Her eyes are going back and forth. She's looking to see what I am, and her ears are straight out. It's hilarious.
yeah.
Okay, I got my reference code back from Nick. It's automated. Let me find Facebook. I'm going to find Chris Mink here on Facebook. I can send, if you're watching Chris, I'm looking for you here. I can send you the code and the link.
A beagle that looks like a bagel.
Okay, let's see.
Bagels. I like bagels.
Mm. Should have like a 3D printing food channel also. What are you eating while 3D printing? Or what are you making? What are you cooking?
I've done a few videos when I go out to eat somewhere. I've done a couple of videos on it. Once I get my Social Security in a year and a half, I plan on doing that on a regular basis, filming places that I go and eat and talk about it. It won't be a separate channel. It'll be the same. And it may work out and it may not. Chris Mink, if you're still watching, I just sent it to you on Facebook, the form link and the code for the filament. Well, I'll know if he sees it here in a minute.
Sure.
Okay, so Adam, nope. Okay, everything's taken care of. Oh, there he is in chat. Okay, yeah, Chris, I sent you the link and the code that you enter for Polymaker. And then other winner for Ziltech, I have his information. I'll let the rep know so they can ship that out Monday.
You didn't see the. You didn't see it, did you? Here, babe. You didn't see it here.
Yeah, most of my resin prints, I used to strip off filament, the supports, the minute I take it off the printer. Now I usually pre-wash them. I pre-wash them an IPA or whatever I happen to be using for my cleaner, and then I'll strip all the supports, and then I'll re-wash them really good. And then I air dry them, and then if they're hollow, and of course most of them are, I'll go out in the garage, get my air compressor, and I'll blow them out, get them completely dry and inside before I cure them. And then I never fill the cure holes if they're on the bottom or something where you're never going to see it, or where it's a figure and they're on the elbows. If you're never going to see the hole that I made for rinsing them out, then there's no reason to fill it. Just glue them together once they're cured.
Sorry, guys. Keep getting up and leaving, but my back is killing me. I was trying to do some exercises, and
It's a lot of work.
yeah.
No, I am not the one to talk about Voron. This is technically the first Voron, and it's taking forever because it's a process. It takes a minute, and you fall in love with the build while you're building it, and then you just keep adding things to it that end up taking forever.
Modifying.
Yeah.
By the end, you bought 3 different printers.
Yes, literally, I went in with I got this thing for cheap. It was like $600, $700 for this 2.4. And then once I just added stuff on, I think we're like at $1,400, $1,500. Like,
Yeah.
I should have bought the kit instead of self-sourcing.
Yeah, DeWitt 3D up in Canada has done a lot of Vorons. He's currently working on a little Barbie printer. And yeah, it's a lot of work. But if you
Yeah,
like
we
to
were
tinker
watching
with things, it's a project. It's a lot of work putting them together.
Yeah, we were watching DWitch stream the other day, and ended up the wife was like, "Hey, he's streaming." Was watching, and I love his streams. They're so wonderful. And she goes, "I entered for the filament," so I jumped on and said, "Let me just add in my name." 5 minutes later, we won the filament, and
Oh,
she's like,
cool.
"How do you just jump on and get the filament?" And then I was like, "Yeah, give it to somebody else." She's not happy about it.
Yeah, for years and years, I used to enter on different giveaways, and once I eventually won something, it was a sample of Gloop, the first thing I ever won. And this was like 2 or 3 years ago. And then when I won it, everybody in chat's like, he already won something. Well, no, I didn't. I was happy to get it. It was only a little bottle of Gloop, but I won something. It's, I rarely would win. And then Polymaker, I used to enter on that, but now that I'm a partner with them, I can't enter anymore, obviously, because if I need filament for a project, I simply get a hold of them. They send me a code, and I order the filament. And then when I make something, I promote the filament in my shorts for my videos, and that's why they actually sent it to me to begin with. So, anyway.
Yeah, and I do similar. I do research mostly and teach people about on the Polymaker Discord how to make lithophanes. I'm the lithophane ambassador, but it's very slow. Not many people print lithophanes.
Now that HueForge came out, lithophanes are kind of an afterthought. Sure, they're backlit, they look awesome, but multi-layer printing in HueForge is, I think, the way to go.
Yeah, that's regular picture, but lithophanes, they're unique still. If you want something wow, you don't see the picture at all. You just see a little white.
And
all what you see is white, and then all of a sudden you shine the light through and you get a picture,
And if you don't have HueForge, if you haven't bought it, you can go on Printables or a lot of other sites. You can download the files. They work great if you have multicolor printer, but you can do it on a single extrusion machine. You just have to change it at each layer height to new color. But yeah, HueForge is awesome.
Yeah, this one was done on what was it? A single extruder as well.
You got black,
no,
white, and gray, or just black and white there?
Black, white, and technically there's supposed to be 4 colors. It's supposed to be a light gray and a dark gray, but my gray is kind of blended, so it doesn't have as much definition.
What shade you have.
Yeah. So it was supposed to be a light gray and a dark gray, and I was like, this is slightly different gray, but it didn't really. They blended way too well. So that light transition is important.
I've never done it. I bought HueForge a long time ago when you get a couple rolls of Polymaker filament free if you buy the program. I did. I don't know if it's just had a 1-year license. If it expired, I haven't checked. But I wanted the SV08 would be, well, no, it wouldn't be. But I want to do a collage, something really big, and just put them all together, make one big picture. I don't want to do that many filament changes standing here, and every time it changes, reload a new color. But anyway, and then the film runout sensor on the SV08 doesn't work. I got a new one, still doesn't work. I've never tried to put a different one on it. I've never went into Clipper to make sure it's activated properly, but I have to manually change filament in it.
Ooh.
A lot of things I talk about doing, I just don't take the time to do it. I get sidetracked, or I start doing something, then I forget about what I was going to do, and then it gets put on the back burner. And then I might be laying in bed at night and think about something I want to do when I wake up the next morning, and I wake up the next morning, I forget about it, and I get on to something else, and then it keeps getting pushed back. But I got good intentions. I mean well.
Simon Snow, are you here today?
I haven't seen Simon Snow at all today.
I know.
That's not what that was for.
Just wanted to thank him because he sent me some filaments. So appreciate it if you're watching.
Candy!
This is not a candy ball. This is supposed. She put candy in it. This is gonna be.
I like candy.
That's not good for you, but I love Reese's. If they're chilled in the fridge, I love Reese's. My favorite.
How would you describe that? How would you describe the taste of a Reese to someone that has never had them?
chocolate and peanut butter. I don't know how I
Oh,
could
peanut butter.
describe
Yeah, I
it.
think that's the only way you can say it.
You've never had one?
I just got. Nope.
If they're warm, they're disgusting. If they're
Yeah,
warm,
they're
they're gross.
slimy.
They got to throw them in the fridge. Whether do you eat candy at all ever?
Hmm.
Do you eat candy ever?
Not really.
You don't really
So
care. For it?
Well, here's a fun fact. I'm definitely allergic to chocolate.
Oh wow.
Well, that would be a problem.
So, yeah, there's a little bit of reason why I can't eat much sweets.
So when you were a little kid, you had chocolate and you broke out, or you had trouble breathing, or something happened. You realized you had a allergic
Trouble
reaction.
breathing. They had to do a trick on me.
Oh wow. My wife says
Yeah.
she's allergic to coconut and something else. I don't remember what something else was.
I'm going actually tomorrow.
I remember because there's a hacienda and there's that mudslide.
Don't get hit in the face.
Mm.
I wish I
Gotta
was
love it.
allergic to sweets. I wouldn't have a weight problem.
No. Daddy said
But
no.
that's my fault. So
Yeah, I work at a job literally that I get free candy, free soda, free all that. So, yeah, it affects the price. Affects the bill a little bit.
Oof, this Joker card is going to take 2 days to print. What?
I walk all day long.
No.
Matt, are you calling in a plane or are you cooling off your plate?
you know, all the jobs I've had in my life, I started out as a busboy at a casino, part-time when I was 15 and a half. Then I worked at a grocery store stocking groceries on the shelves for a couple of years. Then I went on to Grandy's chicken restaurant, and I was cooking chicken fried steak, making mashed potatoes, stuff like that for a couple of years. Then I was a delivery driver for 10 years, which I loved, delivering produce around Vegas to stores, casinos, things like that. And then I got into construction. I made the most money in construction, probably hated it the worst. And every day that you went to work in construction, you felt like taking somebody out. That's one way to put it. And then I eventually retired. But my favorite job I had my entire life was cooking chicken at Grandy's. That was probably my favorite job that I loved the most, was cooking at a fast food restaurant.
Babe,
But you didn't make any money, but I enjoyed it.
What the heck is this? What is this?
Got a cat in the bag?
There's a cat in a bag.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, who let the cat? Oh gosh, that's a big
You let
one.
it out of the bag.
Let the cat out of the bag. Oh, she
Yeah,
did.
put the cat in the bag. Herschel, get out of the bag. Wow.
Hey, I dare you to go in a bag with 7 cats in it. Oh, that hurts. That used to be a punishment. Did you guys know that? In
Mhm.
Europe.
Yeah, where
When
you
the-
would put a person.
Yeah, I think they used it when the person was lying, or I don't know, some kind of punishment, severe punishment for what the person did. But mostly were to females, I think. Put it.
Oh, another good series that was on. It's on Hulu called This Old Man. That's a good series. I think it's PC Van Lit asked me earlier what's a good series to watch. Hulu, This Old Man. That's good.
I watched too many.
I hate.
History Channel.
I don't. I shouldn't use the word hate, but I dislike when I have to wait till next week to see the next episode. I like when everything's out and I can binge watch a whole season in 2 days. That's how I like watching TV, one after another, after another, after another.
The British Royal Navy used cats in the bag until the 1840s as a punishment. It
Yeah.
doesn't specify what the punishment was.
In the river was a
Oh
punishment.
my!
Yeah, I know it was from here in England. I mean, in Asia and the Middle East, they did that too. I think.
Yeah, let's change. I should have said that, so let's change subject.
Yeah. My friend is almost finished in 2 minutes.
Well, anyway, SpaceX is supposed to launch Starship tomorrow morning, or hopefully they do, or sometime the next couple of days. Tomorrow morning will be the first attempt, and if they do, they want to catch the booster in the arms on the pad when it comes back down. That's their objective. I wish they could launch a lot more, but they always got to deal with FAA. And I found out on a video this morning that NASA can approve their launches, and then the Pentagon or something like that can approve it, and then go around the FAA. It's a shame they can't just launch whenever they want, and they got to wait for all this BS with FAA. But if NASA can approve them, and whatever other department of the government can approve them, then they can go around FAA with all their BS. Because we're never going to get anywhere on space technology if they keep making them wait every 6 months to jump through all these hurdles. Because if you got the money and you want to do it, go, 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 go. Get it done. Make it happen. Because what happens when Elon Musk passes on? Does a company, I assume, keeps running without him, and whoever else takes over and they keep going forward? I don't know how that works. Yeah, government red tape is all BS. A lot of other countries don't have that, and that's why they get ahead of us in a lot of things.
Yeah.
But as far as off the subject, talking about electric cars, I watched a video last week of some some shop here in the U.S. where its whole back parking lot has like 20 different older Teslas sitting in it that are worthless. They're complete garbage. Reason being, the car might be worth 20 grand, but they want $19,000 to replace the battery packs in it. So the people just say you can keep it and they leave it. It's junk. It's a throwaway car because batteries are too expensive to replace in electric vehicles. And my friend that was in chat earlier, I think he has a Tesla now, but he used to have a hybrid, and Saganaki that was in chat, and it was too much money to replace the batteries in it. He had no choice but to get rid of the car. So if you want an electric vehicle, you need to lease it only. Lease it, that way you can walk away from it and you're not committed. It's sure you got to pay a lot of money down. You got to make a monthly payment and insurance and everything, but yeah. So sounds like a good idea, but
plus the disposal fee on those battery packs is a little pricey with the government red tape as well.
yeah. Then they wear out tires really quick because the car is so heavy. The rubber on the tires, they're going through tires left and right, replacing them. And tires are expensive, as you know. So 4 tires will cost you like $1,000 to $1,500, depending on what they're for. But I'd like to drive one, or maybe rent one just to try it out. But that'd be it.
They're fun to drive. They are fun to drive. I'll give them that, especially with that instant torque. Nothing beats that.
Like on an airplane on the runway.
I don't like the braking on a Tesla. I get
that regenerative braking, basic, it recharges the battery itself. But yeah, I agree with you on that. Once you come off, it's the go part that's great. I didn't say the stopping part was fun.
Yeah, it's like I've drove one before, and like the start, is nice, but that brake is just.
I'm not sure, Rick, but I did see a bunch of videos on different vehicles that are coming out that are small, like Toyota Tacoma. And they're like 15 grand. I don't know if these are fake videos, but there's a lot of different companies talking about a smaller truck they're coming out with. Starting price like 15 grand. They're actually reasonable. When I bought my 2008 Toyota Tacoma, which I no longer have, in 2007, it was $28,000, which I thought was pretty pricey at the time. Right now, the same type of truck is like 40 something, which is ridiculous. So the economy needs to get turned around in America. We need to get prices back down. Don't know when and how that's going to happen, but everything is just way too expensive, blown out of proportion. My son had a new Dodge Ram for about a year. His payments were like $900 a month. Yeah, after a year, he had to turn the truck in because he just, the bills overwhelmed him.
Well, I'm going to be hopping off here because I got a party to go to, fellow artists. So I wish everyone an amazing one, incredible week.
Well, thank you very
And
much for
stay
coming in,
great.
Paul. Hope to see you next week. We'll be here for a little bit longer, maybe another 10, 15 minutes. But unless somebody else drops in, we'll probably end it in about 10 or 15 minutes. But thank you, sir, for coming in. I really enjoy having you on.
Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to talk to everyone.
Is there anything? Where can people find you? Where should they go to hear more about Zach and they want to follow you?
Instagram, Zany Maker Zach. One and only ZAK.
Alrighty.
Actually, wait. Let me get my finger. Yep, right there.
There you go.
That's how you spell it. There we go. Hey, everyone, hey, have fun and stay crazy.
Take care, sir.
See you
Bye-bye.
later, Zach.
Yeah.
Later. Yeah, it's like I don't like airplanes much, but that's the best part about an airplane's on the runway taking off. It just pulls you back in your seat and wow, man, this thing's really moving. When I was a teenager, I met a guy that he had nitrous on a pickup truck, and I came up a road called Bonanza here in Vegas, and he hit that nitrous, and I couldn't believe how fast that truck moved. It was just unbelievable how fast that truck was.
Yeah, I luckily, as a teenager, used to work for a car dealership, and he was a high-end car collector of Lamborghinis, Porsches, and Ferraris. And he didn't, in his mind, it was a collector's item, but he didn't treat it like I would treat a car. It's just something that's there. He can sell it, get rid of it as need be. So he would say, hey, can you take this to this dealership down here or this dealership over here to get work and repairs done? So I luckily got to drive some really high-end Lamborghinis and Ferraris in the late 90s, which I would never be able to touch today. So when I go, yeah, I drove an old 80-some Countach, or yeah, I drove one of the first Aventadors back in the day. No, you didn't. Like, yeah, let me show you pictures. But when you get in a Tesla, it puts them to shame. That's the sad reality of it. When you floor that electric car and that torque pulls you back in the seat and you're holding on for dear life, that's awesome. That is awesome.
And then I hear once you buy a Tesla, if you pay a ton of money, they can turn on a feature that makes it even faster.
Yes. Yeah, you do have to pay the extra money for that and the self-guided or the self-driving system as well.
Yeah.
You pay extra for that.
Yeah, self-driving is an interesting idea if you're awake at all times, paying attention to what's going on so something don't go wrong. It's been too many times things that went wrong and, had a terrible accident out of it. Or like a semi's crossing the road and the Tesla don't see the trailer, so it keeps on driving. That happened years ago.
Yes, self-driving really needs to be used as a supplement to normal driving. Everybody still thinks it's just take your hands off the wheels or whatever. My car currently is a self-driving vehicle that I can take my hands off the wheel for like 45 seconds before it tells you to put your hands back on it. But I would never trust it by itself.
Yeah, Da Vinci, I've seen that one, Elon Musk, the new taxi he wants to come out with. Now, I also seen people in California where they already have those self-driving cars of some other brand, and people were running up, putting orange traffic cones on the hood, and the car sees it and doesn't know what to do. It just sits there. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, today's been really slow, and I'm really surprised we've had a lot of people on. Actually, it's probably been a month or so. I used to have a lot of streamers on. A lot of people drop in. A lot of times I have up to 10 people at a time. But it's hard with so many people on screen. It's hard to talk because one person wants to talk, and you're not focusing on him, and everybody else is talking. So he gets frustrated and leaves. So I try to, let everybody, talk or focus on what they're doing on a big screen. I do my best to juggle everybody, but we haven't had a lot of people on in a while. And there's a few other makers. I know Justin does his live stream on Wednesday nights. I'm not sure how many other people out there live stream with multiple people on camera, but I try to keep doing it every week and finding new people. I mean, like Dave just found me a few weeks ago, and I really appreciate it. You know, you're always welcome to promote anything you're working on, anything you're doing, any links, anything you want to sell or talk to people about that's hobby related. You're always welcome to plug that and do it. I can share the links in chat, not a problem. I encourage it.
Always fun on Jerry's stream. It's just everybody's busy nowadays. That's the problem. Somebody's probably shopping right now going, I should have been on stream today.
Yep, you never know.
You were
Matthew,
this
take care.
Yeah, you were this close to me not being on stream today because there's some open box items at Micro Center that I should be not getting, but I also wanted to go get at the same time.
I've never been to Micro Center. Pretty cool store.
Oh man, they are an amazing experience. If you're into 3D printing, computers, anything STEM related, they're worth the drive. I tell everybody, if it's within an hour and a half of you, you won't be disappointed when you get there. Go with some money. You will spend money even if you don't want to spend money. My problem with I have 3 near me, so I'm kind of spoiled where they're all within 30 miles in all different directions. So all I do is I'll go online and look up their open box specials. So the beautiful thing is we know with 3D printing is not everybody knows what they're doing. So they'll go to a Micro Center, find a great deal, and have the printer for about 1 or 2 days, and they'll say, I don't know how to use this. They send it, they put it back to Micro Center. Micro Center will then sell it as an open box. So some items that are they sell refurbished all the bamboos. They have refurbished bamboos. They have open box bamboos, open box realities when people return them. But then they're still discounted a lot cheaper. Prime example is like the Creality SE right now is $169 or $179 at Micro Center compared to like the $229, $219 that you see on Amazon. But most of the stuff I get is normally discounted through Micro Center or finding some deals. So that's why we don't normally have a sponsor. We normally just find discounts. But there was a CR10 baby belt for like $310 for a while. But like you said, the print quality is not that great, but they used to go for $800, $900.
Yeah.
So that's where you're kind of saving with Micro Center. Their filaments are a little bit overpriced, in my opinion. I'm not paying $24.99 for what is it? eSun? It's either eSun or Sunlu. One or the other is the manufacturer of the Micro Center filament. They're their main manufacturer. So
when I print anything, the first thing I say when I take it off the printer, will I buy this? Would I pay money for this at a store? And when I got the bamboo, almost every print, yeah, I would. But it depends on the printer. Not everything prints that nice. But you'd say, yeah, I'd pay money for this. And that's one thing I never liked about the Prusa, especially the XL. When you pay that kind of money for it, I don't want 3D printed parts on it. I want mold injected parts, not 3D printed parts. It costs too much money to have anything 3D printed on the printer, in my opinion. But that's what they've always been based around. A lot of things they print. Printers make printers. So, and
now,
there used to be a Pride here in Las Vegas, but I was only there one time. I've got so used, like most people, buying everything online, getting it delivered from Amazon or somebody in a day or two. So, but if they had if they had one here, I would love to go to Micro Center to check it out.
Yeah, their big thing is a lot of it's more for rep wrap. They used to have a lot of Big Tree Tech stuff. I'm hearing rumors that Big Tree Tech is no longer partnering with them anymore. Heck, that's where I sourced a lot of these Voron parts because they were discounted parts. The electronic system was $169. A normal Voron electronic system is $369. So that's $200 savings right there. But it's not a kit. You're buying pieces by piece. But you need hot ends, thermistors, anything 3D printing related, they have it. The bad part is a lot of the stuff they won't ship to you. You're going to have to go to the store. But that's where you end up saving a lot of money. A lot of printers that are just really high priced, they go to Micro Center. If they don't sell well, they lower the price. They have 2 T1s right now sitting on the floor for $5.99. And I know there's a discount during Prime Day when they were $4.99 on Amazon. But it's $5.99 through FL Sun, but then you got to pay shipping and everything when you just go to Micro Center and just pick it up right now, and you just pay your state taxes on it if you live in a state with taxes.
All righty, I've been streaming for 3 hours now. We gave away 2 rolls of filament. I think I'm going to, if you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to raid into Maker Deck. And we'll get that going here in just a minute. Let me find my, let's see, where's that? Videos, find my outro screen. Still getting used to this new program. Anyway, yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, thank you, everybody. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll be back next Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific, live on Twitch and YouTube. And you never know who you might have on. We have on all kinds of awesome makers and content creators every week. But we're going to start the raid here on Twitch. That'll get going in just a second.
Bye, everyone.
And rating now on Twitch. Take care, everybody. And everybody watching on YouTube, thank you very much. Same time, same bat channel next week. Everybody have an awesome weekend. Take care, guys. Thank you for being on. I really appreciate everybody. Take care.